Zhuo Fan was pulled to a desolate cliff at the back of the edifice. And the cliff's wall had faint energy waves leaking from it, a barrier. I am a disciple of the drifting flower edifices, Chu Ching Cheng. Please allow me to see Auntie Dao. An invisible ripple echoed and the barrier opened. An aged voice traveled from within. Chu Chu, you are the head owner already. You can come in freely. Why ask for permission from me every time? Auntie Dao is the master here. Even if I am the head owner, I don't dare come in without asking. So cold. The instant he got in, he sneezed. For my diamond body to feel cold, such a cave must have an extreme yin treasure. A 10-meter square block of black bluish ice laid in the middle of the cave. Any yin cultivator would greatly improve their speed of cultivation here. This place was a naturally formed treasure. The poison has been in her for so long her body is hardening, yet she can still unlock barriers and talk. What cultivation level must you be at to do so? I didn't know the drifting flower edifices have such a master. Then a voice filled with contempt entered his ears. Humph, you stupid idiot. That's a living corpse. Frowning, Zhuo Fan turned to see deeper inside the cave. There laid an old woman cross-legged. Can't hear, can't talk, can't move, so how can it unlock barriers? It was all my doing. Auntie Dao, his cultivation level is super low, and he only knows brute force. It is normal for him to not notice you. Don't blame him. Aunt Dao teased. Chu Chu, I have never seen you protect a boy to such extent. Unless he is you showed him? Chu Ching Cheng blushed and nodded. Show what? Treasures. Zhuo Fan was staring blankly, unable to make sense of anything. Song Yu, this is the leading alchemist of the drifting flower edifices, Auntie Dao. Go introduce yourself. Chu Ching Cheng pushed him forward. Out of nowhere, you take me to see your head alchemist. You want her to learn from me? Oh, come on. If you want me to teach her, I still have to see if she is talented enough. Zhuo Fan did not wish to bow right now, but he had to show respect. But when he caught a glimpse of the old woman, he jumped in fright. The rainbow cloud palm. Aunt Dao showed a frightening smile. What? Did I scare you? The women of the drifting flower edifices aren't all pretty. Song Yu, apologize. Chu Ching Cheng urged. Yet Zhuo Fan didn't react, only watching her face as he muttered. It seems like the effects of the rainbow cloud palm, but it is not that. The old woman's face moved and showed surprise. Good kid. Looks like you do know something about this pill poison. The truth is, this is not the doing of the rainbow cloud palm, but rather, it was caused when I was trying to create the antidote. Were you making pills or poison then? With a sad smile, Aunt Dao felt mournful. Haha, well said. Is it medicine or poison? I do not understand it myself either. But having researched it for 3 years, the more it seems like a pill, but not a pill, and like poison, but not poison. The vicious pill king, you do have something. I am ashamed. With a crazed laughter, Aunt Dao fixed her eyes on the stone wall. Zhuo Fan followed her eyes and squinted. That is human skin. This is the formula for the antidote to the rainbow cloud palm. How is this possible? The 7 medicinal components, each one is a rare natural treasure. But the refining process, is it a pill or poison? Being silent for a moment, Zhuo Fan walked to the living dead on the ancient ice. He touched her hand and injected his yuan qi. As I thought, she was poisoned by the rainbow cloud palm and turned into this. Similar to Chu Ching Cheng, in her body are the 7 poisons, with the suppressing body jade sap. Along with this millennial ice bed, she has kept her life. It's just that the poison in Chu Ching Cheng is considerably less. Instead, there is poison throughout this living dead's body. If it weren't for this millennial ice freezing her body, she would have been dead already. The antidote formula is real, but there is something fishy. Zhuo Fan's eyes flashed with a strange light. It's okay, kid. The antidote formula is a secret of the Pill King Hall. I tried so hard yet still cannot break through. Even if you do have some knowledge about alchemy, can you figure out the mystery? Picking up on his surface thoughts, Aunt Dao shook her head. Chu Chu, you came today. It can't be that you want me to keep this kid in check for you, eh? Chu Ching Cheng's cheek went rosy. Auntie Dao, it's like this. What? Even the Regent estate is in this? Aunt Dao wiped the dry tears from her eyes and muttered, Ari, calamity, what a calamity. So, Chu Chu, what do you plan to do? Let the drifting flower edifices be destroyed? Or, I want to invite the Venerable, and fight them till one comes out on top. The Venerable. Zhuo Fan raised an eyebrow in thought. The Venerable. The 7 families, Each has a venerable with them. They are all in the radiant stage realm and are the last resort for each family. Unless it is the most dire situation, the venerable will not come out. Even if it is the Emperor's Gate, fighting against radiant stage realm masters will cost them a lot. This, too, will slow them down on their path to conquering the 7 families. Yes, Sister Choo Choo. Let's get the venerable to fight them and show them that we are still something. The drifting flower edifices are not easy to bully. If we get the venerable, I am afraid it will cause a war within the 7 families. Then, the whole empire would be a mess, and I don't want that. Plus, if the drifting flower edifices are disbanded, the sisters will just go on with their own lives. However, if we fight and lose, then the result will be worse. As the owner of the drifting flower edifices, I can't ignore their future. Sigh, Choo Choo. Aunt Dao nodded with a faint smile. So, this was the reason. Putting you up as the owner when you were the least suitable and with everyone against it. But now, I finally understand. Zhuo Fan, on the other hand, rolled his eyes, the heart of a mother. If I had to make the choice, I would shut off that feeling, turn to the dark side, and kill everything, creating chaos across the regions, and then fight back in the midst of it all. I'd rather turn on the world than have the world turn on me. The demonic cultivator path, it is just stepping on others' heads to reach the top. Sadly, Chu Qingcheng is not a demonic cultivator, and she is a girl with a soft heart. It is natural she does not have the will, and there are 10 other tower owners that have been poisoned as well. So I want Auntie Dao to come and secure the body roots. Maybe, in the end, the only way is to trade the body roots for the antidote. You want me to have a pill-making contest with that troll? Aunt Dao seemed to have heard the biggest joke, cackling like mad. But in her lunacy, a hint of woe was hidden. Ching Cheng, look at me now. To research and understand the rainbow cloud palm, I've become neither a person nor a ghost now. How can I compete against him with my skills? Chu Ching Cheng whispered something in Aunt Dao's ear. Aunt Dao's eyes lit up and nodded. So, this is why. Now, I know why you brought this kid over. Come here, kid. Kowtow 3 times for Grandma. Where is Grandma? Following her finger, he discovered she was referring to the living dead. So Grandma is this living dead. Why? Will something good happen if I bow? Screw it. It is not a big deal. It is a dead person anyway. The dead ought to be shown respect, he guess. So kowtowing wasn't that big of a deal. And so, Zhuo Fan was quite casual in his kneeling and knocking his head on the ground. All right. It is done. Come. Nothing happened. As he did, he realized Chu Qingcheng was kneeling next to him. Why did she bow too? Kneel. Zhuo Fan was still confused when Aunt Dao shouted, and asked for him to kneel again. Why kneel? I didn't even get what we were doing before. I just did, and now I have to kneel in front of this old hag. Kneel. Fine. I am Song Yu right now. Let's just say Song Yu is kneeling in front of her. Aunt Dao and Chu Qingcheng noticed his proud eyes and shook their heads. Now, I will tell you the teaching of Drifting Flowers Edifice's ancestors. Listen carefully, kid. I don't want to listen to this old hag's rambling. A few hundred years ago, when it was year so-and-so hundred, the relationship between the Drifting Flower Edifices and the Pill King Hall was of allies. The younglings of the 2 families even married each other. It could not be any better. The rainbow cloud palm of the Pill King Hall was not as powerful at first. But when the Drifting Flower Edifices gave them some body jade sap and the poison was improved, it became the special technique it is today, shocking the 7 families. Until one of the couples between the Drifting Flower Edifices and the Pill King Hall had a fight, and the husband hit the wife with the rainbow cloud palm. The wife left him and went back to the Drifting Flower Edifices. But when curing the poison, the all-curing, life-reviving body jade sap had no effect. The higher-ups of the Drifting Flower Edifices realized how dangerous this was. The poison of the Pill King Hall was getting out of hand, and they cut all supplies of the body jade sap to them. Because of this, the Pill King Hall was furious, and the 2 then became enemies. Until a century ago, the Pill King Hall had been harassing the Drifting Flower Edifices. There have been 7 or 8 tower owners that have died to the palm. There were even 2 head owners that died for the same reason. Because the imperial family needed the Pill King Hall's pills, they turned a blind eye to the 2 families' conflict. Many times were the Drifting Flower Edifices pushed to near death by the Pill King Hall. But, when it seemed like there was nowhere left to turn, a path emerged. In the most dangerous of times, out of the Drifting Flower Edifices came a girl, the Lady of Steel Chu Bijuan. Her power was immense. The way she took care of matters was straightforward. On one hand, she was fighting against the Pill King Hall. On the other, she was expanding their influence through marriage with the other families. Only then was she able to make the Pill King Hall suffer defeat many times. The disciples called her grandma. Though she has not been the head owner, she has supported 3 generations of owners to this day. There were none in the 7 families that did not look up to her. If it weren't for her, the drifting flower edifices would be long gone. Even the Pill King Hall respected her. Sadly, the Lady of Steel was not immune to schemes. To save the poisoned owners, she fell into a trap. With such injuries from the rainbow cloud palm, she still managed to come back. At the last second, she made a bold decision. It was to pass the head ownership to Chu Qingcheng, who was only 13 at the time, with the Iris and Peony owners supporting her. Many owners were unhappy with it but agreed to it under the authority of the grandma. Then, everyone thought she was dead. But in truth, her last breath was held onto by Aunt Dao. And she was preserved on this millennium ice and became a living dead. Chu Qingcheng dabbed her eyes and recalled those times as she looked at grandmother. Aunt Dao was looking stern at Shuofan. Got it, kid? Shuofan nodded. Got it. Good. Then, you will be the one who will pass it down, as long as someone remembers the drifting flower edifices. The drifting flower edifices will not die. She laughed and helped Shuo up before she joined his and Chu Qingcheng's delicate hands together. There aren't many days left. You guys, take care. Aunt Dao walked towards the cave wall and entered contemplation. With a rumble, the stone door closed and the array started again. Sister Chu Chu, what was that? Take out the word sister. Call me Chu Chu or Ching Cheng. Oh. Shuofan blinked. He was clueless to what Chu Chu meant, but her gaze evoked something foreign in his heart. Dumb. Chu Qingcheng pulled his hand as she continued. Now, you are one of us. And now, I will take you to see my family. Chu Qingcheng took Shuofan to a barren hill. Shuofan noticed that the graves had written on them, beloved mother, beloved father. However, the foremost one was a blank slab, with a black cloak fluttering on it. Heaven-toppling pill? That tone, if it were the vicious Pill King, even he probably wouldn't have such a tone. You think he is arrogant too, right? This is the grave of my brother, Chu Qingtian, and this cloth was made by me by hand. Chu Qingtian? Shuofan's raised an eyebrow as he recalled. Wasn't that the spy that was sent to the Pill King Hall? Can't believe he was actually the brother of the head owner. To have sent one's own brother to do such a dangerous task, the drifting flower edifices were really lacking in talented disciples. Song Yu. Chu Qingcheng turned to him with a soft gaze, catching him by surprise. You know, since the time you gave me fruits in the ghetto and you fought those people for me, I felt that you and Chu Qingtian were very much alike. Especially when you fought Yang Fu, that audacity that defied all else. It seemed like you guys came from the same mold. Chu Qingcheng had tears glistening in her eyes, recalling the past. I thought I got close to Chu Qingcheng because I was good at flirting, but I was just her little brother to her. Embarrassed, Shuofan muttered, so, Sister Chu Chu is treating me like her brother. I told you to get rid of the word sister. How did you forget already? I am a substitute for your brother in your eyes, and I can't call you sister. Chu Qingcheng noticed his reaction and shook her head. Maybe, in the beginning, I treated you like my brother, but since that day. Chu Qingcheng's blushed and muttered, now, you are no longer my little brother. My parents were just ordinary disciples of the drifting flower edifices. In the end, they all died to the poison palm. So Qingtian and I swore, from a young age, that we would avenge them. Grandma saw that our talents were decent, so she taught us herself. But Qian was a boy, and the only use for boys in the drifting flower edifices is to marry with the girls and keep the fire of the drifting flower edifices from extinguishing. Qingtian had an extraordinary talent in pill-making and grew tired of a life like that. So he betrayed the drifting flower edifices and went to the Pill King Hall. Didn't he go as a spy? So, what do you mean by betrayed? Shuofan interrupted. You are correct, but we did not know at the time. I even wrote down a letter and disowned him. Until, 3 years ago, he came back to the drifting flower edifices. Then, we understood. This was all Grandma's plan. He did not fail his task and stole the formula for the rainbow cloud palm's antidote. The security of the Pill King Hall is extremely tight, so he carved it onto his body with a concoction. There was no way to see it without specially made ink. You're saying? Shuofan's heart shuddered. The human skin in the cave is your brother's? This Chu Qingtian really did risk his life for the drifting flower edifices. The only way to bring the formula back was with human skin. One can tell how difficult and dangerous this task is. But this enlightened me a bit too. When I go back to the Luo family, I will send suicide squads to each family for future uses. The 9 Serenities secret technique is definitely better than the method they used. But it is simply too harsh. It is not used on enemies, but on allies. But to go against the 7 families, I have to be harsh and use it. Zhuo Fan's eyes flashed with coldness. The return of Qing Tian spread excitement throughout the drifting flower edifices. With the antidote to the rainbow cloud palm, we no longer had to fear the Pill King Hall. With everyone's hopes and expectations, Qing Tian and Auntie Dao started making the antidote. But the formula was too much of an oddity. They gave the head owner the antidote, but the main owner died on the spot from the poison. And the two showed similar symptoms to the rainbow cloud palm. So, your brother died from the poison? Participating in a 7th grade pill making at such a young age, an alchemy genius indeed. Sigh. Even the heavens are jealous. No, he did not die from the poison. He was beaten to death by the other owners of the edifices. Chu Qingcheng shook her head, eyes downcast. What? Didn't he accomplish something great? Why? Zhuo Fan was startled but soon figured it out. Ah, so it's like this. What is the hardest thing to do in this world? Become a nameless hero. People are disgusting on the inside and outside. The sisters suspected that he was a spy and brought a fake formula back to hurt everyone. So when the iris owner, the peony owner, and I were away, they beat him to death. When we came back, it was too late. To the outside world, we can only say he died from the poison, for this is an ugly truth of the drifting flower edifices. Only Auntie Dao believed the formula was real and studied it hard. Tears fell from Chu Qingcheng's eyes. Zhuo Fan wanted to comfort her but she waved her hand to refuse, stopping him in his tracks. Because of Qing Tian's identity, he was not able to be buried in the cemetery of the drifting flower edifices, so I buried him here. And I feared that people would shame him, so I didn't dare carve his name. Until later, I brought over my parents' graves, so that the family would be reunited. Chu Qingcheng pulled Zhuo Fan's hand into kowtowing 3 times before the graves. Song Yu, when I die someday, I hope you will find my body and bury me beside them. Chu Qingcheng's words were filled with sorrow and sounded very much like a dying wish, leaving Zhuo Fan puzzled. What is she doing? It's like a will. Dum-dum, as long as I am here, you will be fine. Zhuo Fan showed a rare serious expression. Chu Qingcheng was startled. She rarely saw the stubborn Zhuo Fan display any semblance of reliability like right now. You are crossing the line. I let you call me by my name, and you call me Dum-dum. Haha, Brother Dong said, doing this makes you feel protected. What? You don't like it? Zhuo Fan scratched his head, playing the fool. That guy is a vagabond. Stay away from him, from now on. All right. Now, to the last place. 15 minutes later, they were at a familiar place. Huh? Why are we here? You are the head owner of the drifting flower edifices. Why were you here, pretending to be a scourge woman? I had no other choice. It was because of Qing Tian. In my rage, I went to seek revenge on Yang Song, but I was injured and poisoned as well. I did not want anyone to know though, for fear of instability within the drifting flower edifices. So I lied that I was in closed cultivation. But in reality, I was trying to suppress the poison with the help of the moon's yin energy, hence the rumor of the scourge woman. Zhuo Fan nodded and Chu Qingcheng suddenly draped the black cloak on his shoulders. Song Yu, I don't have much time left. I hope you can take the place of Qing Tian and let me feel the warmth of a family again. So I have to act like your brother. Suddenly, Chu Qingcheng embraced his broad back and closed her eyes. Zhuo Fan was startled and did not continue to speak. I said, you are not my brother. Chu Qingcheng stared into his eyes. She hesitated before removing her veil. Song Yu, Qing Tian once said, with a smile, I can topple cities, and with a pill, he can topple the heavens. I hope you can help me reminisce about the time I had in my childhood. Thanks. Her outstanding beauty was once again revealed to him, making his heart freeze. He was plunged into a daze a second time, despite seeing her once already. The two of us, in this ghetto, began a life where I farmed and she sewed. It was like this for 3 days, and it allowed me to feel peace like never before. If someone had told me before, I wouldn't have believed so. That I, the demonic emperor, would live such a simple life. But for these few days, there was not a single bit of stress. As if I was in paradise. Unfortunately, this was an act that fell in a pair of vicious eyes hiding in the darkness. The figure left and soon arrived at Drifting Flowers Edifice's guest rooms. He quietly entered one that was filled with people. The figure whispered in the second young master's ear. Huangpu Qingyun was enraged. Bitch. The teacup in his hand was shattered into pieces. Second young master, did something happen? That bitch took her veil off for that kid. Huangpu Qingyun ran out, flying straight to the slums. A morning ray of warmth spilled into the house onto Zhuofan's peaceful face. In the few days I helped Qing Cheng remember her childhood, I toiled during the day and slept during the night, like a commoner. Though there was no bonding, laying on each other gave a sense of peace. This feeling to me, a demon with no family, was novel. Maybe, this is the warmth of a family. The beauty of Qing Cheng, it really is troublesome for the empire. If we continue on like this, it feels like our worries will disappear. Who cares about grand schemes and controlling the world? How can it compare to a beauty's smile? Maybe, this is the fall. So what? I am willing to fall like this. Zhuofan laughed inside. The ever-unchanging demonic emperor was wavering. He gazed at Chu Qingcheng resting on his chest. Zhuofan couldn't help but want to lean in for a kiss. Suddenly, Chu Qingcheng opened her eyes and threw them out of the house. The house went up in flames, turning into ashes in an instant. Brew. I just finished patching up the house, and you destroyed it just like that. Huangpu Qingyun. The fire in his eyes burned even hotter when he saw Chu Qingcheng and Zhuofan holding hands. My cozy house, it hasn't been a few days, and it is already destroyed. Fucker, this is too much. You think I have no wrath? He took a step forward, ready to get Huangpu Qingyun acquainted with pain. But Chu Qingcheng blocked him and whispered, Songyu, stay behind me. Can't do anything right now, or else it will be an excuse for the regent estate to mess with the drifting flower edifices. If that happens, my plan will be doomed. Zhuofan cursed inside, then sighed, Qing Cheng, I leave it to you. Qing Cheng? It only worked to inflame Huangpu Qingyun's anger. Such intimacy, you pair of prostitutes. I will not give you a good death today. Chu Qingcheng glared. Huangpu Qingyun, clean your mouth. Who is the prostitute? Her. Do I need to say? Chu Qingcheng, when we became allies, you vowed to take your veil off for me, but now, you let this kid see your face. Chu Qingcheng's eyes were cold. You were the one to betray me first. Why would I take my veil off for you? Hold on. I am a bit confused. Zhuofan stepped in. She simply took her veil off, and you are gonna kill her. Even if she is your childhood friend, you can't not allow people to look at her. It's not like I stole your wife, right? Stinky kid, you know full well but act dumb. I will end you today. Huangpu Qingyun punched despite being 300 meters away. Nonetheless, a golden light flew from his fist and arrived in a blink. How is it possible for him to release the power within his body with such immense force and project it so far away? Even if I were to fight him without holding back, it would only be a 50-50th. But the toughness of my body is not to be compared with commoners. Watch out. Chu Qingcheng pulled Zhuofan 10 meters away. He heard a boom and looked to see a 30-meter large stone pulverized. Chu Qingcheng was flustered. She knew Huangpu Qingyun was strong, but not to this extent. Her expression was grave. Qing Cheng. See, this kid can only hide behind you. In the end, you are still the one protecting him. This kind of male, how can he be paired with you? Chu Qingcheng raised her head high. So what? I am willing. In the drifting flower edifices, aren't all males like this? Qing Cheng, I am not trying to go against you. But you gotta know, I don't eat soft food. I am the demonic emperor. Keeping face is important. Things about reputation cannot be taken carelessly. Glaring at him, Chu Qingcheng lashed, shut up. No one will think you're mute if you don't talk. Well said. If you truly are a man, then don't fucking hide behind a woman. Come out and face me alone. Huangpu Qingyun gave a taunting laughter. Zhuofan's eyes went cold, staring at him with killing intent, though he didn't let it get to him. You and I will have a fight. Sadly, it will not be today. If you wanna die, it won't hurt to wait 2 more days. The two watched him in shock. Songyu, such fearlessness, that dares to say things like this. You have to know, Huangpu Qingyun is a second-layer heavenly profound expert that focuses his training on his body. Even within the heavenly profound realm, there aren't many who can be his enemy. He is just a young master from a third-class family that just broke through to the second layer of the bone-forging realm, but looking at his eyes, he doesn't seem to be lying. It's as if he will actually be able to do it when the time comes. Huangpu Qingyun was laughing from anger. Unbelievable. I was sentenced to death by a third-rate character. Great, just great. This is a fucking joke. This kid probably came from some ditch in the mountain. It's okay if you don't know the authority of the Regent estate. I just showed him my skills, yet he still talks so big. You won't have to wait a few days. I will take your life today. In the wake of Huangpu Qingyun's words, he leaped at Zhuofan. Chu Qingcheng held Zhuofan behind her in concern and had her other hand struck forward. Huangpu Qingyun's advance stopped. Bam! His fist was covered in ice. While Chu Qingcheng flew 20 meters, leaving a trail of blood. Qingcheng, for this kid, Huangpu Qingyun flicked the ice on his hand away. You used the Drifting Flower Edifice's arcane moon art against me. Since you did that, don't blame me for being merciless. Roaring, Huangpu Qingyun stomped his feet and a golden light enveloped his body. There was even a faint golden dragon above his head. With a faint dragon roar, 6 golden dragons wound around his body. Dragon vein body refining. I see. The reason his body is so strong, much stronger than other body cultivators, is because he borrowed the essence from a dragon vein to help him cultivate. Where a dragon vein is, the essence of the world gathers. Cultivating with the essence of the earth, it is only natural for his body to be like steadfast mountains. Cultivating with the essence of the earth results in the same constitution as my diamond body, just with different step. Although I am higher than him in terms of body refining, he is higher than me in terms of cultivation. So if we had to fight, I would be at a disadvantage. While Zhuofan was a living weapon, Huangpu Qingyun was half human half weapon. The gap was small but will be magnified as one's cultivation increased. Regent Estate's profound rank martial art, Golden Tyrant body art. Qingcheng, I suggest you stop protecting the boy. In case you endanger your own life. Huangpu Qingyun charged at Zhuofan. Chu Qingcheng's palms danced. Tens of white ribbons flew at Huangpu Qingyun and encased him like a mummy. Yet the next moment they were ripped to shreds. And Chu Qingcheng spat blood while recoiling 10 more steps. Huangpu Qingyun's speed wasn't affected in the least. I have no choice. I have to expose my identity. And figure out who will live today. Flowing spaces 9 forms, space rupturing form, purple lightning golden eye, cold jade palm, peony finger. Following many yells, 4 attacks of great power descended. They were composed of purple lightning, lofty sword intent, a deep chilling wind, and a deep yet flexible power. They hammered Huangpu Qingyun and forced him to withdraw 3 steps. As 4 figures stood in front of Zhuofan and Chu Qingcheng. When the dust settled, Huangpu Qingyun had a frosty expression. What? Our signature moves, the 4 great martial techniques, didn't even leave him with a scratch. The Golden Tyrant body art of the Regent estate truly is the greatest of the 7 families. Whoosh. 3 more figures landed. Hee, such boldness. That dares to touch the second young master. If you still want to fight, my people are more than willing. Lin Zitian and 5th Elder exchanged glances, then looked at Huangpu Qingyun. They had no choice but to bear through this. With shivering hearts, Longju's group looked at each other with determination on their faces. Huangpu Qingyun alone is already so powerful. Even if the 4 of us joined forces, there might still be a chance that we can't beat him. Now, adding in the Pill King and other people, this is going to be a hard fight. Qingcheng, think again. Are you really choosing him? Huangpu Qingyun shouted to stop everyone in place. Stepped in front of the others. She turned to Zhuofan. Absolutely. Never been so sure before. The answer and curses running through his head. All right. Then, I won't pressure you. I wish you guys unity for centuries. Let's leave. He said his piece and left with his group. As they passed by Zhuofan, he gave a laughter seeping with contempt. Kid, the Drifting Flower Edifices have never had males. He. Who said the Drifting Flower Edifices have never had males? Chu Qingtian. Even though his actions were stupid, you have to admit, he did what a man should do. For the Drifting Flower Edifices, he spied for 10 years. In the end, he died at the hands of those in the Drifting Flower Edifices. Not only is this stupid, it is also dumb, but his loyalty, I truly admire it. If that's what being a male means, he would have been better off sleeping with women. Huangpu Qingyun mocked, loathing displayed on his face. Chu Qingtian was once my disciple. To be fair, his talent in alchemy was top tier. But he was arrogant. He was on a high horse. He dreamt of creating the antidote and saving the Drifting Flower Edifices all by himself. People like this are the truly stupid ones, compared to the average person. Vicious Pill King walked away, pleased after seeing Chu Qingcheng clenching her fists, but still couldn't help pouring more salt on the wound. This world is a patriarchal world, a smart world in other words. Stupid people and women, don't even think about it. It's too bad, even if they die. Ha ha. That damned Vicious Pill King. Long Ju knew the INS and out of the situation, and his lone eyes flickered in rage. He looked back at Chu Qingcheng to see her trembling in anger. Long Ju shook his head and whispered to Zhuofan. Bro, have you told Chu Chu about the alliance between the three families? No need. That's your business. What I have to do is let that arrogant brat know what it means to be a man. Long Ju's heart seized. He never saw Zhuofan looking so scary before. Second young master, why did we let them go? With our strength, they would surely die. Stupid. It is easy to kill them, but what then? It will cause a war between the 7 families, and even if we win, the only path will still lead to our demise. How come, second young master? Don't forget. In the Tianyu Empire, not only are there the 7 families, there are also the 4 pillars and… His voice drifted off, but everyone was clear. So, the ambition of the regent estate is this big. It is aiming for those heights. All in all, the drifting flower edifices have already fallen apart. For the Veiled Dragon Pavilion and the Sword Marquise abode, there is no point in pressuring them and making them do rash things. I see it clearly now. They are all thorns. Sooner or later, they will be pruned. The second young master is brilliant. My nemesis, the Veiled Dragon Pavilion, has finally kicked this iron plate, the regent estate. Long Ju, you have this kind of day too. Meanwhile, Zhuofan walked out of Drifting Flowers Edifice's guest room and sighed towards the sun. If it weren't for Huangpu Qingyun and his disturbance, I would still be in the hut with Chu Qingcheng right now being all lovey-dovey. But, even if what happened yesterday did not happen, there is only one more day till the 100-pill meeting. I have to get moving. The life of a farmer is not meant for me. A white figure suddenly landed, Chu Qingcheng. But before he could scream, Qing, follow me, she took him into the air. An hour later, they landed in the slums again. But they weren't the only ones there this time. Why are they here? You have met Grandma and my family. Strictly speaking, it is time to meet your parents and family. But the journey is too far, so I can only see your friends first. Chu Qingcheng pulled Zhuofan and invited the others into a small rundown house. Xiao Dandan was dumbstruck. Why is the head owner and him here? I received an order from my master this morning to bring the Dong siblings here, but the one who met us is the head owner. The Dong siblings were flawed. Just this morning, I had to deal with this devil of a girl. I thought the Drifting Flower Edifices had finally come to seek revenge. I was so scared. But now, I see my guy holding hands with the head owner of the Drifting Flower Edifices. My view of the world is going to collapse. The young master of a third-class family, just how did he get with Chu Qingcheng, the head owner of the Drifting Flower Edifices and the fairest in Tianyu? See, sis. I told you to let him go. Look. You got no chance. Brother, how was I supposed to know that Brother Song you would be with the head owner of the Drifting Flower Edifices? While they were bitter, Xiao Dandan felt like crying. It was so hard. I finally liked a man, but my love rival is the master of my master. The three were now more bitter than ever. Many delicacies had already been laid on a worn and old table, courtesy of Chu Qingcheng's cooking. Have a seat. Don't worry. The trio stiffly took seats. On the contrary, Zhuofan was feeling right at home after having spent time with Chu Qingcheng the past few days. His movements were casual and frank. He spoke normally, like a simple family. Dong Tianba began to envy him. What did this man do in his past life to get such good karma, to gain the Drifting Flower Edifice's head owners, Chu Qingcheng's, affection? Compared to Chu Qingcheng, the beauty of an empire, they felt inadequate in front of such a world-class beauty that they lowered their heads. There are no comparisons that can be made. They passed the day in a peaceful and cheerful manner. Once dusk was setting in, Chu Qingcheng sighed. All right. The clock is ticking. It is time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Isn't tomorrow the 100-pill meeting? Why goodbye now? Zhuofan raised an eyebrow. Shaking her head in sorrow, Chu Qingcheng pulled his hand. You all, follow me. She walked ahead, with others rushing to catch up. They soon turned to a lonely road where a worn-out carriage stood. This caught them by surprise, not understanding what was going on. Elders of the Dong family? And why are they here? Let's go. Leave through the night, don't come back. Chu Ching-cheng pointed at the carriage. What is going on? Owner Chu, why are you driving us away? Have we wronged the edifices in any way? My apologies. It is not your fault, but mine. I did not want to pull you into this, but Huangpu Qingyun is a heartless man. I fear he will hurt you guys. Huangpu, the Regent Estate? What about the Regent Estate? We didn't wrong them at all, did we? Enough. The Dong family has yet to be erased. Why are you crying? Zhuo Fan snorted and turned to Chu Ching-cheng. Whatever you are doing, do not do anything stupid. There may be room to recover. Chu Ching-cheng shook her head and caressed his cheek. I know what I am doing, but there are a few things I need you to help me with. Zhuo Fan eyed her suspiciously. She pulled Xiao Dandan, who was still in shock, and rested her hand in Zhuo Fan's. Please take care of Dandan. She may be the only disciple the drifting flower edifices has. Head owner. Xiao Dandan was panicking and Zhuo Fan paled. This is my last wish. But before he could speak, Chu Ching-cheng stopped them. Chu Ching-cheng took her storage ring and gave it to Xiao Dandan. Please do this for me. Dandan, bring this home with Song Yu. But only when you arrive can you look at what is inside. From now on, take good care of your husband, and don't be so ignorant, okay? Xiao Dandan nodded in tears. Peony Overseer found it unbearable as she shouted, there isn't much time left. Hurry and leave. If those people find out, none of you will be able to escape. Let's go, sis. Dong Tianba didn't understand, but was clear to the danger, rushing inside the carriage with his sister. She wants to keep the disciple of the drifting flower edifices alive. To be safe, let's just go along with them. I can just escort them for a while and then come back. Let's go. Song Yu, take good care of my disciple, or I won't let you off this one. HMPH. Your disciple is so mature now. Zhuo Fan shirked all responsibility and whipped the horses. She can take care of herself. Peony Overseer stomped her foot in anger, watching the carriage drifting further away. Like I said, all men are trash. After hearing the word escape, he fucking left without a second thought. Iris Overseer frowned. Choo-choo, leaving our reputation and integrity to a man like this. Is it worth it? Shaking her head, Chu Ching-cheng said a safe escape for them. Isn't that what we want? What else is there to say? Yet, she couldn't fight back the tears, feeling disappointed by Zhuo Fan's last act. All right. Let's head back. There is still a hard fight tomorrow. Chu Ching-cheng took a deep breath to rein in her emotions, then flew back. The overseers were right behind her. This is our final parting. Can't you at least show some reluctance for the sake of all the precious little time we spent together? As long as you can bring Xiao Dandan to safety, that is all I ask. I just have to escort some dudes. It's not like I'm not coming back. Why is she making it like our final parting? He thought it was enough, loosened the reins, and jumped down. There are probably 100 miles between here and the drifting flower edifices. All right. You'll go ahead. I am heading back. Wait. Husband. You can't go back. Do you want to throw all of Sister Ching-cheng's hard work away? Don't call me husband. And, isn't Chu Ching-cheng the head owner? There aren't any disciples like you, calling her sister. Reddening, Xiao Dandan replied coyly, isn't it all for you? I am in your hands because of the head owner's orders, so I am yours. And since the head owner is your wife as well, so I should be her sister. What? Zhuo Fan was floored. Since when did Chu Ching-cheng become my wife? Scratching his head, Dong Tianba stuck out of the carriage and sighed, why are you so dense? The intimacy between you and owner Chu in that broken-down hut. Even a blind man can tell you two are married. How is it that you still don't know? Plus, she said it so clearly. Yesterday, you met her family, and today, she met your friends. Isn't it so there will be someone to witness your identities as husband and wife? No. I thought she just wanted me to be her brother, to relive her childhood memory. How come, the things between a man and a woman, I am just a big bad demon that devises against people. How could I have known? Even so, those things, that happen between men and women, only happen for the sake of reaching my goal. So, husband, let me ask you. Have you seen the true beauty of the head owner? Don't call me husband. I've seen it twice. Then, it is true. The owners of the drifting flower edifices should never marry, unless there is a man who has seen their true beauty. If that happens, they must either kill that man, or they must retire from being the owner and get married to said man. Since you are still alive, then that means, Sister Ching-cheng has recognized you as her husband. No wonder. I was wondering why, In the beginning when I tried to get the body jade sap and pulled a sneaky on her, she was so sad when I took her veil off by accident. She was wondering whether to kill me or marry me. Well, that was a close call. If not for my boyish charm and dashing good looks that no woman on this wide green earth can resist, Chu Ching Cheng would have killed me by now. Husband, if you still do not believe me, then, in the ring sister Ching Cheng told me to carry, there must be that thing. His constant hesitation led Xiao Dandan to defy the task entrusted to her by Chu Ching Cheng. She took out the item in the ring, all to justify her position as his wife. After the light dimmed, 3 things appeared in front of everyone's eyes. Truly, wore out an iron boot and got no results, and now I got it with no effort. I tried so hard and didn't get it. Can't believe it came, knocking on my front door. He immediately snatched it, overcome with joy. The body jade sap counts as her dowry. If you take it, you have to accept Sister Ching Cheng and me. Xiao Dandan blushed at the last part. Zhuo Fan was in a daze. After he heard what she said, all smiles were wiped from his face. Sorry, but the first impression I have of you already ruined it for me. I won't be taking you. Right. What is this wooden post? Zhuo Fan's eyes squinted and cried. A wooden piece of wood with the words beloved wife Chu Chingcheng's memorial tablet written on it. Sigh. I shouldn't know this, but I heard from my master that they plan to bring the vicious Pill King down with them. Even a disciple that shouldn't know about the plan knew about it so easily. What do they mean, bring that old thief down? Humph. Just a bunch of dumb girls going to die for nothing. Zhuo Fan rained curses. Then he looked at the body jade sap and snickered. He took the items into his ring and ran towards Drifting Flowers City, disappearing from sight. I never leave favors unreturned. Crap. If husband goes back now, he won't return. We have to catch him. Brother. Dong Tianba and the rest were restless. He was a loafer, but not a fool. If the overseers and the lord were in a bitter fight, didn't that mean Drifting Flowers Edifice was the worst place to be right now? Let's go. I will never let my bro risk his life alone. Darkness gave way to the sun's rays. Chu Ching Cheng stood alone in her room, watching the grandiose building outside. Choo-choo. Everything is prepared. Just have to wait for that old thief to come. Good. Even if the Drifting Flower Edifices die, this old thief will go to the grave with us. Time to pay back blood grudges with blood. Let us go. Drifting Flowers Arena. It was the place where the 100-pill meeting was held, and their final battle. Is everything prepared? That thief won't sense anything, will he? Relax. The ones I found are the most trustworthy. They set up a dragon prison array around that show stage. Once he steps in it, he won't get out. Good. What about Huangpu Qingyun? Don't worry. I set up a barrier on the west side too. When the time comes, they won't be able to back him up in time. We got time to get our revenge with that old thief. Then, I won't worry. But, sect sisters. This old thief is not your normal thief. Even though we can kill him if we work together, it won't be long before his poison kills us too. My death does not need to be pitied, but asking the 2 sect sisters to die with me. Ching Cheng, you don't need to say these things. From the beginning, when we promised Grandma that we would support you, we already swore that everything would be according to your plan. The Drifting Flower Edifices are going to die anyway, so let's make it go out with a bang. And let everyone know. Don't mess with women, or you won't have a good ending either. Sect sisters. Right. Where are the other tower owners? Why are they not here yet? Suddenly, a wizened voice followed by familiar figures appeared before them. Owner Chu, are you looking for them? Behind Vicious Pill King stood 8 ladies in different colors and veils on their faces. They were none other than 8 of the Drifting Flowers Edifice's 15 edifices overseers. You guy. The 8 avoided looking at the 3, lowering their heads in shame. Though they are under the control of Yang Song's poison. Who would have thought that they would stand with that old thief in broad daylight? This is naked betrayal. I understand your situation. And I do not blame you guys. I just hope you guys take care from now on and leave this forsaken ground. Head owner. The 8 were sobbing but did not show their appreciation for her words because of Vicious Pill King's threat. Such an understanding head owner. But, can you still be understanding? Vicious Pill King snickered and clapped 3 times. After seeing these few, 5 figures flashed and the trio paled. They were the rest of the overseers. Tower owner Chun Yu, you have the longest history with the Drifting Flower Edifices. How could you? The influence of the Drifting Flower Edifices is long gone. I am just looking for a place to live in. I suggest you found one too and stop thinking about the impossible. Sect sister? At her odd words, Chu Ching Cheng looked doubtful at Peony Overseer. Ching Cheng. The array. I told her to do. Chu Ching Cheng trembled and her body swayed. Despair swallowed her eyes. Keek. I said it a long time ago. I already have the drifting flower edifices inside my palm. Everything you do is useless, so stop sweating so hard. Vicious Pill King cackled and waved his hand. Clattering resounded as sparkling spirit stones landed at their feet. They were the ones to be used for the dragon prison array. Also, these are the spirit stones you were using for the barrier on the west side. I found a way to break it apart. You can't have the second young master watch the 100-pill meeting in a barrier, can you? That would be too disrespectful to the regent estate. Vicious Pill King descended the stairs laughing, with the traitorous overseers having little choice but to follow with their heads down. Owner Chu. Just watch how I rightfully take your most precious treasure, the body root. Vicious Pill King laughed at the bottom of the stairs. Ching Cheng, blame it on me. It is my fault that your plan is ruined. I do darn, you are so dumb. How could you let a fourth person know about this? Yang Song, you thief. It won't be easy to take the treasure of the drifting flower edifices. A shout echoed. I was wondering who it was. It was you, old hag. It was Drifting Flowers Edifice's best alchemist, Aunt Dao. Auntie Dao. Child, don't put on such a sad face. We haven't lost yet. Such arrogant words. When I met you 20 years ago, you were just a 6th grade alchemist, but I was already a 7th grade alchemist. 20 years have passed. Even if you can create 7th grade pills, you are still far from my skills. That might not be true. As the saying goes, you should not judge a person the same way since you last met, even if it's only been 3 days. As long as this body stands, don't you dare take a slice of the body root. Let us see then, old hag. Let us see how much you've grown these few years. Vicious Pill King flicked his sleeve and left with his entourage. Auntie Dao, do you really have a way to win against him? Sigh. Child, that was just to boost your confidence. In alchemy, the Vicious Pill King truly is the best. No one can beat him. Then, that means, Chu Ching Cheng's eyes were now dead. We truly have no hope at all. Aunt Dao felt pained as she spoke. Not quite. No matter how good an alchemist is, they can still fail. If they lose even the tiniest bit of focus when refining a pill, that pill will already be half ruined. Even though the Vicious Pill King has been creating pills for centuries, he is not immune to this. So that means you still have a chance at beating him? Chu Ching Cheng's eyes sparkled, as well as the other 2 overseers. Aunt Dao's heart could not bear their pure eyes, but forced a nod. Her word had the desired effect and Chu Ching Cheng looked livelier. The Vicious Pill King has centuries of pill refining experience. His heart is always calm. How could he make such a stupid mistake? Even if I failed 10 times, the Vicious Pill King might not even fail once. I will go down and prepare. And, don't be too depressed. Everything will be better soon. The trio watched Aunt Dao with hope. As an elder of the Drifting Flower Edifices, I can only give these young girls some comfort that I don't even believe in. The person they are putting their last hope on is just an old hag that approaches certain death in her mind. Huangpu Qingyun watched the prize on the pedestal, already sporting a winner's attitude, and smiled. Long Ju was with Xie Tianyang and the rest, watching the endless stream of people with a critical eye. Why hasn't Shuo Fan shown up? If that kid ain't here, who will deal with the Vicious Pill King? Suddenly, an elderly with a powerful aura stepped in, with a split mustache on the corners of his mouth. He glowed with confidence. Aunt Yu. The head alchemist of the Shiman family of Thriving City, Liu Yizhen, Grandmaster Liu. Yeah. Who doesn't know of your skills? 1 year ago, in the pill refining contest in the capital, he won 2nd place. He lost only because he was a few seconds late to the Pill King Hall's genius disciple, Yang Fu. You have such a great reputation. So, why are you still fighting with us for such an unnecessary reputation? Yeah. You are a 5th grade alchemist already. Give us a chance. Though I have a bit of reputation in alchemy, I still have lots to learn. I came this time to have a friendly competition with everyone. It has nothing to do with fame or reputation. Screw off. You are straight up flexing. Clearly, you came for the Drifting Flower Edifices. He was looked down on and despised by everyone. Everyone, please quiet down. Greetings. Welcome to the 100-pill meeting that every family has been greatly anticipating. I am the MC of this competition, Xiao Ya. In this contest, every contestant will be accompanied by a disciple of the drifting flower edifices. The entire process will be monitored, so there will be no cheating going on. YA. The drifting flower edifices live up to the name of the 7 families. Such charisma. With beauty as a companion, pill refining won't be tiring. Great, great. Everyone has different levels of mastery, and alchemists are no different. From left to right, numbered 1 to 20. These 20 platforms are prepared for the top 20 alchemists. If you are confident in yourself, please stand next to the corresponding platforms. Liu Yizhen twirled his mustache, his face beaming with pride. On the surface, it looks like alchemists are refining pills, but in reality, they are refining their heart. If there is no confidence, then what good pill can one refine? Grandmaster Liu is right. We don't know where we rank, but Grandmaster Liu, for sure, is first. I'm not being arrogant, but like I said, pill refining is the refining of one's heart. If you want to refine a good pill, you have to have the confidence of the best alchemist in the world. So, I won't let anyone else take the first spot. But his third step was welcomed by a cold shout, "Beat it. Get out of my way, damn it. Why is this stinky boy here? Isn't he from the Pill King Hall? What is his purpose in coming to the 100 pill meeting of the drifting flower edifices? Oh, isn't that the one, from the last contest in the capital, who won first place, Yang Fu of the Pill King Hall? Why is he here in the 100 pill meeting of the drifting flower edifices? Master Liu, your old enemy is here. What are you going? Hey, Yang Fu is a genius of a century, and he did win against me last time. I will give him the first spot. No biggie. I will just go for the second. Master Liu sure is humble. Respect. This prick, you took my first place win in the last contest already and are now here in the 100 pill meeting. You got something against me? Are you gonna move or not? Don't block the way if you aren't. An elderly shoved him, slowly moving forward. That green face got everyone scared. Liu Yizhen almost jumped in fright. Who is that woman? Such a scary face. Is she an alchemist too? Why is she here? Why? Does Grandmaster Liu know her? How could I not? 30 years ago, when I was still a second-grade alchemist, Sage Dr. Dao Dunyang came out as a 5th-grade alchemist and shocked the entire Tianyu Empire and became as famous as the vicious pill King Yang Song, forming the name South Pill North Poison. But isn't she the head alchemist of the drifting flower edifices? Why is she joining a contest held by her own family? Such an important person came. Master Liu, don't be sad. Even with the first and second gone, there is still the third. The third best alchemist of this contest has to be Master Liu. Exactly. Although I am not in first or second, there is the phrase top 3. Being third still means being on top of the world. Being beside the first and second means I am not worse than them. Oi, Master Liu. You sure know how to comfort yourself. Such an adaptable person. Beat it. Then, another aged man shouted. A green figure passed through the crowd, his eyes sending shivers through their bodies. I can't believe it. Even the head alchemist for the Pill King Hall, the vicious Pill King, is here too. Fuck being a contestant. Please, you are the best of Tianyu already. Isn't this bullying? Master Liu, third place doesn't seem to be yours either. Y'all are famous already and still fucking came here to steal from me. This is too fucking much. Aren't you the same? With everything set, here are the official rules of this 100 pill meeting. This 100 pill meeting will be split into 3 rounds. Every round, a reasonable amount of contestants will be eliminated, and the top 20 alchemists of each round will take to the corresponding stage in front of me, till a champion emerges. That means, only the top 20 alchemists are worth the drifting flower edifice's time. The competition is so harsh. This meeting has attracted many renowned alchemists from within the Tianyu Empire. So the drifting flower edifices have prepared the most prized treasure for the alchemists. As the reward for the champion of this meeting, Xiao Ya clapped and 2 disciples brought a red wooden box on the pedestal. The treasure of the drifting flower edifices, the body root. Elder Yang, you must get that. That is real. If I win, then the body root will be mine. No questions asked. You thief. As long as I am here, don't even think about it. Are you worthy? A contest held by the drifting flower edifices attracted the top 2 alchemists of the empire. So, it was for this treasure. Aside from having to win against the 2, would you dare take it even if you won? An item that 2 tigers have set their eyes upon, Aren't you looking for death if you take it? The topic for the first round is... Oh, very simple. The topic for the first round is creating the worst pill, a first-grade pill. What? First-grade pills are easy. Who can't make them? If you can't even make a first-grade pill, then why are you even attending the 100-pill meeting? I'm getting fired up. Although a first-grade pill is easy to make, pill refining efficiency is different with every technique. So for the first round, the competition is about your technique. Alchemists must create the pill in the shortest time possible. The first 100 will advance. And the rest? Eliminate. There are thousands in the competition, but the first round only has 100 advancement spots. Eliminating thousands at once. So harsh. Do you have to be like this for the first round? I have a bell here. And so do the disciples accompanying each of you. The ring of the bell will signal the start as well as the end. As soon as you finish refining the pill, the disciple beside you will ring the bell. And so, begin. Xiao Ye directly rang her bell. The competitors were startled. Then scrambled to get out their Yuan Qi flame and begin refining. Although she says that this is a competition about speed, it's actually a competition of the heart. If you become so hot-headed over such tiny problems, even if you are a third-grade alchemist, you might not be able to create a 1st grade pill if your heart is at such unease. Truly, a group of idiots. His hand revealed a scarlet flame and he threw 6 ingredients inside. Under the naked eye, each ingredient was refined. No wonder, he is the best alchemist of Tianning. Even if it is just the creation of a first-grade pill, you can tell he has extraordinary skill. Amidst the herbs, the essences are separated and being refined in an instance. Even with such masterful control, his speed is still far quicker than the top 20 alchemists. Old hag, I will only use 50% of my power to give you some chance. If you can't win against me while I use half my power, then just surrender and give up. Don't waste your energy. This guy is clearly trying to mess with my heart. Think I will fall for it. But, although I don't want to say it, I have to admit, my skills are not as good as his. Up on the terrace, Chu Qingqing's group was watching the two closely. They were worried since the difference in their speed was so great. Urgent footsteps approached as an elderly shouted, "Chu Chu, the guy beside you, where is he?" Chu Qingcheng turned to find Long Ju, Xie Tianyang and Jian Suifeng watching her group in anxiety. This is a dangerous place. I told him to go first. But her words threw them in a panic. What? He left. Then, who will go against the vicious Pill King? What go against the vicious Pill King? Don't even talk about how quick he was in leaving. Long Ju's group was gloomy. Zhuo Fan is gone. Why are we here then? To take the blame? He was the one that formed the alliance at the start. And for that cause, we even went against the Regent estate together. And now, this kid left without a trace. Did I get betrayed again? Xie Tianyang frowned and spat in rage. Then, a sudden sobbing came. Not good. Sister Qing, Master, not good. Why are you guys back? Husband ditched us and came back. Did you guys see him? What? Chu Qingqing's group raised their eyebrows in shock. Song Yu came back. You're saying, he didn't leave and instead came back. So he didn't lie to me. Where? Where is he? Xie Tianyang was immediately actively searching for Zhuo Fan through the thousands of participants. This is bad. The vicious Pill King is about to finish his pill. Iris Overseer gnashed her teeth. The pill is already taking shape in his hands. In a few seconds, he will be done. What about Auntie Dao? About 1 minute left. They all knew what that meant. The first round had its winner and their moods sank. This. Even when creating a first-grade pill, Auntie Dao cannot compare to the vicious Pill King. Is this last hope gone as well? Master, you truly are the best of Tianning. Vicious Pill King laughed, throwing a mocking glance towards Dao Danyang. The body root is mine for sure. A ding sounded at that moment. Far in the third-rated clans area, the bell rang. Who? They turned to see where the ringing came from. There is someone faster than the best of Tianning, vicious Pill King Yang Song. Chu Qingtian. Heaven-toppling pill. Qing Tian. Chu Qingcheng's eyes were glazed. No, Chu Chu. You're wrong. That's not Qing Tian. That guy is back. Night Rain City, Song family. Young Master Song Yu has completed his first-grade pill. What? The Song family? Who is the Song family? From a family that has never been heard of before, an unknown alchemist has won against the top alchemist, vicious Pill King Yang Song, in the first round. Under everyone's admiring gazes, Zhuo Fan swaggered from the third area and onto the first spot. Look. It's husband. This guy, didn't I tell him to leave? Why is he back now? But, even in a situation of life and death, he is still willing to come back and stay by my side. At least, it proves he is not one without morals. On the eastern stand, Huangpu Qingyun glared at Zhuo Fan with the full intent to kill, clenching his fists in anger. If the second young master wants to take that kid's life, won't it be easy? Wait till we get the body roots. You won't need to act. I will do it for the second young master. This kid went up against me at the banquet, but if I do it myself, it will ruin my reputation. Most importantly, it will make Chu Qingcheng angry. If there is someone to do it for me, then that will be the best. Huangpu Qingyun only nodded. Hee. Can you imagine? The Vicious Pill King. I have finally become the most important character this time. Not even Vicious Pill King could stay calm after such obvious contempt. So he poured all his energy into finishing the refining. Pill King Hall of the Seven Families, Elder Yang, first grade pill refinement complete. Oi, kid. What you looking at? Wanna die? Zhuo Fan raised an eyebrow and kicked at the alchemy table next to the cauldron and cursed. What nonsense. The fuck you think I'm gonna do? You acting stupid or something? Clamor erupted. Where did this kid come from? And he dares to talk to the Vicious Pill King in such a way. Where is this young master from? How is there so much arrogance in his tone? The rage got to Vicious Pill King so badly that he was turning from green to purple. Don't lose the war just to win this battle. Hold it in. Vicious Pill King took deep breaths to calm his anger. Kid, you coming here to mess with me today? If you don't give a proper reason, then don't blame me for being merciless. A reason? Zhuo Fan kicked at the alchemy table again. Pissed. You fucking want a reason? Beat it, boomer. I am the best. Startled, Vicious Pill King was stunned for a moment. Elder Yang, sorry. This round, Mr. Song, you won. Your ranking has to be moved down a bit. You heard her. Move it. Zhuo Fan kicked the alchemy table again. Vicious Pill King took deep breaths, working his hardest to calm down. You won because you were lucky this time. Kids these days, lacking so many manners. I'll move. Why all the kicking? I'll be back next round. I was kicking my own stage. Why do you care? Such a boomer. So nosy. Vicious Pill King reeled at his comeback. His mouth moved but didn't say a word, while his heart was consumed by hatred. This kid can talk. I'll have to refrain from verbal combat. Just let it be right now, and take care of it after this is over. Young man, you talk without respect. I suggest, you know the limit. Why is the best alchemist of Tian Ning having an argument with the young man? Yeah, isn't it ruining his reputation? Not quite. Although it seemed like an argument for the first spot. But it was a battle of the heart. With the argument, they try to make the other tilt. No matter how perfect your technique is, if your heart is not stable, pills will be hard to refine. Just then, the Vicious Pill King was mad tilted from that young man's arrogance, but he quickly noticed and calmed down the anger in his heart. He was close to losing his stable heart. As expected from the master alchemist with years of experience. So you are slacking off here, eh? Let me finish watching the contest. The 100th has finished. The first round is now over. All those who failed will be eliminated. Wait. Vicious Pill King called Xiao Ye's attention. A false judgment. I will not believe that there is someone who is faster than me in terms of speed. I think the kid is cheating. Yeah, it could be that the kid cheated. The Vicious Pill King is the best alchemist of Tian Ning, and there is someone who can surpass him. That is impossible. He is just a kid too. It hasn't been long since he got off mom's milk, and he is this skillful already. Test the pill. Restore justice. Mr. Song, is it possible for you to create another pill to show them your speed? Casting a side glance, Zhuo Fan deadpanned. Nope. The crowd went hysterical. See. He's scared. It is just a first-grade pill, yet he's not willing to create one in front of us. I knew there was something fishy about him. How could he beat so many great alchemists? That kid is done for. He dares to cheat here. The drifting flower edifices will not let this slide. Although he had the heart to help the drifting flower edifices, being caught cheating while creating the pill, not even the drifting flower edifices can cover for him. Kid, keep your heat pure. Stop thinking of the evil and crooked schemes, else, you will be the one to suffer. Remove him from first place, and let the others replace him. Hold it. And the consequence is simply being removed from the match. We have cheating during the 100-pill ceremony. Since when were the drifting flower edifice's rules so lax? You. The place got rowdy again. Xiaoya now turned her attention to Chu Qingcheng. This kid really knows how to make someone worry. He even let the vicious pill king catch him red-handed this time. It is hard not to help him. Long Ju's group was stunned. With how smart he is, how could he make such a mistake? Zhuo Fan gave a patronizing glance to all of them. Who said I was cheating? I just said, I won't create one again. You don't want to create one, that means you have a guilty conscience. A bunch of idiots. It's not like you guys didn't know the situation. There was a beauty beside me the entire time. How could I cheat? As soon as you hear what pill I made, you will understand why I could make it in such a short time. Gorgeous girl, please read out loud the name of the pill I made, so they can learn what actual skill is. They all then whipped their heads towards his supervisor. Xiao Lian, no need to be nervous. Just say it loud and clear. Xiao Lian regained some of her calm by taking a deep breath, but looking at Zhuo Fan's pill in her hand, she got redder. What? Just say it. The pill young Master Song made is. What is it? Say it. The pill young Mr. Song refined is an appetite pill. However, the crowd was silent, before bursting out in laughter. Haha, you call that a pill? This kid was truly trying to get by. I can make a few of those in a minute. I am not convinced if he wins like that. The crowd was getting rowdy again. Xiao Lian was scared. What to do? I made the judgment. What do I do if they want me to take responsibility? I hate this kid so much. The appetite pill is one pill everyone knows how to make, the most basic pill. Why did I pass him? That kid must have used bewitching whispers. Dan Dan fell for it too, and Xiao Lian is just a young girl in the third layer of qi condensation. Humph. This kid only knows to be sly. Damn kid. You are so enraptured by him. Your soul is gone. Did you get hit by his evil art too? Master, senior aunt undid it for me. Blushing, Xiao Dandan watched Peony Overseer shyly, then her eyes looked pitiful when she turned to Zhuo Fan. Actually, if he did it to me one more time, I think I would enjoy it. Peony Overseer held her forehead and sighed. I don't understand what charisma this kid has to make my disciple want him in such a way. Bewitching whispers or not, it does not matter. What matters is that Song Yu's champion title for round 1 seems to have been lost. The vicious Pill King's spirit should be blazing again. The only difference is, it went from him cheating to Xiao Lian's mistake. Apologies. It was a mistake made by the drifting flower edifice's disciple. So the placements for the first round are now. Hold it. Judge, Zhuo Fan waved and eyed her from the side. Is my appetite pill not a first-grade pill? Appetite pills are pills. Yang Fu cut Xiao Ye off before she could reply with his ridicule and made those around him laugh. Oh then, let's have the best of the Pill King Hall, the vicious Pill King's most proud disciple, the great Yang Fan. Enlighten me as to what an appetite pill is. It is. Yang Fu suddenly froze. He recalled something but he didn't get the chance to continue. What? Can't say what it is. Hee. Then, let me tell you. Pills have 12 grades. The lowest is the first grade. As long as I put herbs into a yuan fire and the pill is not destroyed, then it is at least a 1st grade pill. I am number 1. The hubbub stopped in a flash, from the sheer shock his words implied. Even the faces of those mocking him froze, yet their eyes were bulging out of their sockets. The definition of a pill states that, as long as the herbs and materials are refined and not destroyed, it is a pill. The highest pill grade is 12, and the lowest is 1. There is not one lower. Since that's the case, an appetite pill fits the requirements of a first-grade pill. But in the 100-pill meeting, winning with such a low-grade pill is too insulting. If we give him the first spot, then all the other alchemists. Mr. Song, the pill you created has passed the requirements, but first place is mine. Zhuo Fan cut her short. Kid, don't throw away the chance to save face. You are already on the fence for taking advantage of the grey areas in the question. Don't go too far. Even if an appetite pill counts as a 1st grade pill, it is the worst of the worst. Doesn't even count as a low-grade 1st grade pill. Then, is a low-grade pill not a first-grade pill? Just then, it was announced clearly, to create a first-grade pill, but it is also a contest of speed. You idiots just didn't listen. You just had to create a high-grade one. Who is the one to blame? Now, you want me to give up first place? No way. Zhuo Fan's attitude was beyond arrogant and earned the ire of every alchemist. But they had no words to refute. Fuck. Why didn't I think of this loophole? And that kid did. If I did and I created an appetite pill, I would definitely be faster than him. The worst thing is, there is no way to argue back, damn it. Sigh. As the saying goes, not being a target of envy means you have no talent. Seems like I am too talented. This kid is too aggravating. Mr. Song, I have seen many shameless people, but it is my first time seeing someone as shameless as you. What shamelessness? It's called a steadfast heart. Weren't you all testing the heart? I, for one, am definitely the most steadfast. I take no shame in being first. You are making me sick. You are such a freak. This kid has no talent and relies on crooked ways to get first. He will be eliminated next round, for sure. That kid is not simple. Being able to tell that the test was truly a test of one's heart and not speed, and immediately being able to create a pill, according to the requirements. To think that, in the empire of Tianyu, there is another genius besides Yang Fan of the Pill King Hall. One that is an unfathomable genius in terms of alchemy. Now, don't even talk about being in the top 3. I won't even make it to the top 5. Alright. Although I don't want to, I must announce Mr. Song as the champion of the first round. In an instant, everyone hissed. Vicious Pill King snorted, I will let you have it easy this round. Next round, I will make sure to get you out of here. Do you have the skill it takes? Look. You are the Vicious Pill King, but I can topple the heavens with one pill. You think that wearing the cloak of a dead person will make that person watch over you? Even though Chu Qingtian had the talent. But in terms of alchemy, he would never have surpassed me. Saying these things only proves how naive and immature he was. Too bad, he died due to my formula. Yang Song, the formula, is it real or not? Dao Danyang couldn't help but ask. Yang Song snickered, if it were real, then would you have become like this, due to alchemy? That kid was not powerful enough and thought about stealing my formula. In the end, it took his life and a bunch others as well. Too bad, the people of the drifting flower edifices beat him to death. Dao Danyang clenched her fists, her eyes burning with anger. I studied it for 3 years. In the end, it was a fake. Up on the terrace, Chu Qingcheng bit her lip as the killing intent in her eyes grew. Long Ju sighed. Seeing your enemy shaming your brother after his innocent death, who could endure that? But now, here I am, in his cloak. His tone was calm and looked at Yang Song with a challenging grin. Yang Song couldn't help but clench his fists, his eyes gradually reddening, burning with endless rage. A battle invitation. This is a battle invitation. You scum, wanting to surpass me in the place of Chu Qingtian, and become the best alchemist. Chu Qingcheng bit her lip as tears glistened in her eyes. Thank you. Chu Qingcheng's gaze on Zhuo Fan turned passionate at that moment. I understand, all of it was for me. For a sister that could not fulfill the will of Qingtian, this man is just the young master of a third-class family. But he is willing to give everything up for me. It was a wise choice to give this man the last of us. Chu Qingcheng's heart felt as if it was beating out of her chest. What she didn't know was that Zhuo Fan did all this mostly because of the body jade sap. All because the Grand Demonic Emperor did not owe favors. For someone to declare war in such a bold way, it is probably a first for Elder Yang. I think he is quite angry now. Yang Song never kept anyone in his eyes, but today, he was humiliated by such a kid. This is comic relief. Elder Yang values his dignity the most. It seems like we won't have to do anything to the kid. After Elder Yang wins against him, with his anger, he will finish him, for sure. Second young master is saying, this kid will no longer be alive after the second round of this pill contest. And, he was the one to anger Elder Yang first, so even if Elder Yang puts an end to him, the drifting flower edifices will have no reason to blame it on Elder Yang and the second young master. Then, Lady Qingcheng naturally will not hate the second young master anymore. Huangpu Qingyun gave a satisfied nod. In the arena, assaulted by Zhuo Fan's contemptuous challenge, Vicious Pill King was trembling from rage. Kid, you want to challenge me in Chu Qingtian's stead? Old man, are you for real? Me challenging you? Suddenly, Zhuo Fan stomped on the alchemy table, jarring the ears of the others with the noise. Look closely. I am the one in first place. You are the challenger. You. Kid, it is unbelievable how much more arrogant you are than Chu Qingtian. But, most who are arrogant don't have a happy ending. Whether your ending is good or bad is not about how arrogant you are. It is about how powerful you are. If you can remove me from this spot today, you will be the best of Tianyu. I already am. Let's add a condition then. If you can remove me from this spot, Then I will hand you my head with both hands. The people froze. Taking that kid's life will not be an issue now. Chu Qingcheng and the rest became grave. Why is he so reckless this time? Long Ju's group was anxious. The Zhuofan I know is very careful. He wouldn't say such arrogant things. Ignoring the clamor, the vicious Pill King sported an insidious smile. Kid, you are the one who said it. Don't come kneeling and begging when the time comes. Kid, don't speak in such an outspoken way. Elder Yang is still an elder. You should apologize. Take back those arrogant words, and he won't be picky about it anymore. Because of Chu Qingcheng's relation with him, Dao Danyang gave Zhuofan a signal to pull him out of this mess. My word is gold and it always has been. Not just this old man, but everyone who is here, every single one of you. If you can take my spot, I will hand you my head with both hands. What? The crowd exploded again. That kid wants to be the best alchemist in Tianyu. It is logical for the vicious Pill King to take that spot, but what do you, with the smell of milk on you, have to take the first spot? This is clearly a challenge to all the alchemists in Tianyu. You are seeking death. You fear no death. Dao Danyang shook her head. She could not understand what Chu Qingcheng found in this reckless brat. He is doing this to himself. He won't live. This kid, how can he be so stupid? Chu Qingcheng was confused about it all. Song Yu was brash but not to this extent. Then, Zhuofan looked at her and pointed at the words on his back with a smile. Chu Qingcheng seemed to have been struck by lightning. She was shaking all over as tears flowed unabated. Qingcheng, what's wrong? Wrong, I've been wrong the entire time. Wrong about what? I always thought that Qingtian's wish was to have revenge, to surpass the vicious Pill King in alchemy. But I was wrong. He only had one wish, and that was to topple the heavens with a pill and become the greatest alchemist in the world. That cloak was one I made with my own hands, but I never understood Qingtian's actual wish. But Song Yu, he saw it at first glance. I really am a bad sister. What? So Song Yu is doing this to fulfill Qingtian's wish? We always said that men are not trustworthy, but at this very moment, here is a man who, for the woman he loves, dares to go against the entire world. A man like this, is he not trustworthy? The overseers exchanged a glance, then looked at Zhuofan's back, feeling that this thin figure had grown in their eyes. It's just the way this kid is doing it. Even though he is fulfilling Chu Qingtian's wish, he's on the path of no return. Hehe, this kid knows how to draw people's hatred. The three were startled to find Xie Tianyang grinning. Say, will he first roast and shame Yang Song and then take his head? Or will he screw up with the refinement and kill that old man out of rage? There is no understanding this man. I'm guessing he will win against Yang Song. Long Ju caressed his beard. Humph. Uncle Ju, you are giving him too much credit. He might win against others, but that is the best alchemist in Tianyu, the vicious Pill King. How can he win? From what I see, that kid fears that he will fail, so he will take Yang Song's life when he is concentrating on refining the pill. That way, he won't lose the pill competition and will also save his face. Zhuofan never plays fairly and engages in all kinds of shameful and dirty tricks. Sneak attacks and those sort of things, it's not beneath him. That does make sense. As they discussed, Peony Overseer cursed, you guys. Uncle Ju, I thought you were allies with the drifting flower edifices. I can't believe that, when one of us is fighting down there for our lives, you guys are here joking about it. Long Ju was startled and knew they misunderstood. It's a misunderstanding. That guy's true face, his real appearance is unknown to you, right? Watch closely, and don't be shocked. Don't think that he is the goody two-shoes in front of you guys. That man is actually the real devil. Vicious Pill King in front of him is too kind. They were startled, clueless to his meaning. Now, for the second round of the contest. The theme for the second round is third grade pill refinement. Third grade is good. Refining a third grade pill is easy. Isn't it just muscle memory? But just then, the Drifting Flowers Edifice disciples accompanying them presented a storage ring. Everyone, please use the herbs and materials the Drifting Flower Edifices has provided. Do not use any personal materials or else, you will be disqualified for cheating. The only things in here are herbs and materials for a second grade pill. Did you make a mistake? Oi, judge. The materials are not right ones. All there are second grade herbs. How can you make a third grade pill? Xiao Ye ignored them. This time, quality comes first and speed second. Ignores. The top 50 will advance and the rest will be eliminated. This is a bit tricky. Too many formulas. Which one to choose? so that the vicious pill king will lose without losing his temper. Third-grade pills are mostly made from third-grade materials. However, a lot of second-grade materials can be refined into a third-grade pill. Throughout the refinement process, every interaction between the herbs must be considered and taken advantage of, so that they can be used to their fullest to create a third-grade pill. This tests the number of formulas an alchemist knows. Formulas like these, the top 20 alchemists definitely have. But the rest are dumbfounded and can only blame it on the drifting flower edifices for giving out the wrong materials. Why is this dude here again? Too many formulas to choose from. Which one should I pick, so that the vicious pill king will admit defeat without a fight? Mr. Song, everyone else has started refining their pill. But you, as the champion of round 1, have yet to start. It can't be that you can't refine a third-grade pill. The kid is not that bad. I think he is wondering about why he was given second-grade materials. In the end, I am the one who has to compete against the vicious pill king. I just felt that, as the champion of the first round, I would give all you newbies a head start, so people won't call me out for bullying. But if you wish to lose so eagerly, then I will let you guys see what the true meaning of pill refining is. Secret refining art, 9th heaven roaring dragon claw. His finger beckoned tens of ingredients into the air as a yuan qi flame ignited in his palm. A roar echoed as the flame took the shape of a dragon and sped towards the ingredients. It opened its maw and swallowed the first ingredient. The item was refined in an instant, becoming pure medicinal liquid. This is a pill refinement technique. It instantly refined all the herbs and materials. The blazing dragon turned the ingredients into a paste. It then turned into a fire tornado and revolved in Zhuofan's palm. The dozens of ingredients ebbed calmly among the flames, separated from each other. Newbies, don't tell me what to do when I am refining my pill. Compared to me, you'll still have a long way to go. Even vicious pill king was stupefied. How? A stupid kid on a daily basis, yet still knows such a pill refinement technique. Even I, the best alchemist in Tianyu, do not understand that technique. Master, what is that technique? Yang Fu stammered. Vicious pill king tried many times to speak but settled to rebuke him and hide in humiliation instead. Go refine your pill. Why do you have so many questions? This kid has now truly threatened my seat as the best alchemist in Tianyu. He must die. Elder Yang, if you don't hurry up and refine your herbs and materials, then I won't wait for you. The champion of round 2 will be mine again. He was truly and utterly speechless. He could not accept it, but he knew it was the truth. Even the vicious pill king can't do anything about the harassment and can only stay silent. That only proves one thing. He admits defeat in his heart, but he won't say it with his mouth. I'm not dreaming, right? That kid can make the vicious pill king feel despair? Exactly. I gave him too little credit. Sect sister, come pinch me. Let's see if I am dreaming. How can that kid possess such skill? Ching Cheng. Is it that you knew he was not ordinary, so you picked him as your husband? Otherwise, why would our head owner marry a third-class family's young master? Chu Chingcheng's cheeks turned pink. Sect sister, stop it. I was just empty and hopeless and only wanted to die with the drifting flower edifices, but I feared being alone and having no one to pass everything to. I saw that he was similar to Qingtian, so I gave myself to him. Even though I have seen his extraordinary ways in alchemy, I never thought he could leave the vicious pill king speechless. This kid, he hid it well. At least for now, we can stake the life of the drifting flower edifices on him. Let's hope that he and Auntie Dao can save the drifting tower edifices from this situation. Watching Zhuofan's smug face, for some odd reason, Chu Qingcheng felt at peace, a foreign feeling over the last few years. Perhaps, this is what it means to lean on someone. Huangpu Qingyun pounded the stone table. Which one of you can tell me where this kid came from? Why did even Elder Yang lose to him in terms of alchemy? Second young master, relax. With Elder Yang's skills, how will he let the kid continue his arrogant show? At this moment, he already has a plan in his heart. After the round is over, how can he let such a threat live? I am afraid that he is more eager to make a move than we are. Lin Zitian watched Fifth Elder askance as he wiped the cold sweat off his brow, crying inside. Fuck. There isn't anyone useful here. Elder Wu looks like he's calming Huangpu Qingyun down but, in reality, pushed all the responsibility of dealing with Songyu onto Yang Song. Succeeding is expected. But failing means taking the blame. Such deceitfulness is truly evil. Staying around these people means I'll have to be more and more careful. Or I won't even know when I will be betrayed. He was able to calm down. As expected of the best in Tianyu, his heart sure is steady. But not enough. Your refinement speed is so slow. Why don't I wait till you finish and give you another head start? The vicious pill king had eyes only for his own pill, although his speed has lowered. Kid, you are already in the lead. Hurry up with the refinement and take the champion's spot. Or else, the longer you wait, the more mistakes you can make. Yeah, Mr. Song, oh no, Grandmaster Song, everything can change in an instant on this stage. Please respect every opportunity. Miss Judge, do you know what pill I am making? Is Grandmaster trying to quiz me? Looking at the herbs and materials you just refined, most of them are soothing and yang ingredients. This formula is probably a yang pill. Its main purpose is to dispel the negative energy inside your body and soothe the meridians. It can raise the cultivation of a qi condensation cultivator by 1 layer. Miss Judge truly knows her pills, but did you know that I refined this pill as a gift? Xiaoya shook her head. It's a gift to you. 'Cause you have a very vile mouth, so you must have too much negative energy. I will fix that for you. Xiao Ya was shocked speechless as everyone burst out laughing. How can he have such an uncaring heart, to the point where he has to shame a young lady? Head owner Chu indeed is correct. That dude does have an uncaring heart. That girl simply looked down on him and taunted him. He didn't let that slide. So it is best for us to not anger him, in case he seeks revenge. Xiao Dandan felt it on her own skin and nodded with force. Why are you finding pride in that? He dares. Chu Qingcheng raised her head up high. It was the image of a wife who got her husband on a leash. But noticing their looks, her cheeks blushed and she lowered her head back down. As if they rehearsed it, they all looked at each other and laughed. Only Chu Qingcheng's blush grew a shade deeper. Haha. Head owner Chu is such a directive wife. Suddenly, a green liquid shot into the firestorm in his hand and melded into his concoction. Grandmaster Song. I have finished condensing the pill into a liquid. Soon, it will become a pill. That head start you were talking about, you don't need to give it to me. Save it for yourself. He slowed down on purpose to trick me. What did you just throw into my concoction? Throw. I would never disturb another person when they're making their pill. I just accidentally spilt some of the concoction, and it coincidentally landed in your concoction. But it was an accident. Please don't mind it, Grandmaster Song. An accident. The best alchemist in Tianyu, a 7th grade alchemist. How can someone like that make a mistake like this? Clearly, this was on purpose. Gnashing his teeth, Shuofan ignored him and returned his focus on the changes in his concoction. The green python scale concoction? This shocked everyone. Scale concoction? That's too bad. He is making a yang pill, so all the herbs and materials are warm and of yang, but the green python scale concoction is refined from a piece of the 2nd level spiritual beast, the green sky python scale. It is a cold and yin object and within it is negative energy. Every aspect of it clashes against the yang pill. Once it enters the pill, due to the yin and yang clash, the yang in the pill will decrease significantly. Don't talk about a 3rd grade pill. You can probably only make a 1st grade pill with it. Kid, still remember your promise. As soon as you leave the spot, hand your head over. I will be waiting here. Vicious Pill King's laughter reverberated across Drifting Flowers Hall. Although he has an amazing pill refining technique, but his heart was not steady. Too bad. In the eastern stand, Huangpu Qingyun was laughing his heart out. Truly, Elder Yang had something up his sleeves. This kid can't keep up with the compliments. We just complimented him on how he will save the drifting flower edifices from their predicament, and now he's been tricked by Yang Song. Go on and be arrogant, why don't you? Now all the advantages you built up are gone. Yeah, that kid can't let people relax. If things continue like this, don't talk about how he can save the drifting flower edifices, we'll have to think about how we can save him. Only Chu Qingcheng watched Shuofan without complaining. He came to take the place of Qing Tian. Is it wrong to be a bit arrogant? If Qing Tian were here, he probably would have done the same thing. Master, please save husband. Xiao Dandan pleaded. Peony Overseer was powerless and turned to Longju. You guys, seeing that you are familiar with Songyu, what are your thoughts on this? Though they didn't even react to her words, calm as ever. Save? Save who? That kid needs us to save him? I think that kid is so pissed his lungs are about to explode. Someone as clever as him was tricked by someone else first. It'd be strange if he can hold it in. Peony Overseer didn't understand. Suddenly, Dong Tianba staggered and fell with a terrified face. That guy is not my brother, Songyu. None understood what he meant and looked at the stage. One look was enough to scare the life out of them. Who is he? Because Zhuofan's eyes had so much killing intent, it actually took form. It was as if an Azura from the underworld stepped into the world. Those eyes made everyone feel a razor blade bearing on their necks. His killing intent was hidden behind a pair of eyes. Hidden so well, in fact, the vicious Pill King, who was the closest to him, was not even able to sense it. How? Concentrating the killing intent from all over your body into your eyes. Don't talk about the commoners, not even heavenly profound masters like us can do that. I always thought he was just an arrogant kid, not knowing what the world was like and having almost lost his life many times. If it weren't for us helping him, this mister would have been dead long ago. But now do I understand what this man truly is. He is powerful. You have to know, if you want to kill someone, there will be killing intent. The harder you intend to strike, the denser the intent. The Song Yu who always goofs around can concentrate all the killing intent into his eyes. Firstly, even the vicious Pill King, who is extremely sensitive to every blade of grass around him, did not notice the intent. Secondly, the killing intent in his eyes is so thick even heavenly profound masters like us feel deeply threatened. Just how many people did you kill in order to gather so much killing intent? This man is not Song Yu, a young master of a third-class family. Where does this strong intent come from? Who is this man? Why is he pretending to be Song Yu and why is he here in the drifting flower edifices? Chu Ching Cheng and Peony Overseer frowned, while Veiled Dragon Pavilion and Sword Marquise abodes people long knew the truth and were calm. Relax, Chu Chu. The appearance of this person is a good thing for the drifting flower edifices, not a bad thing. Indeed, Sister Chu Chu. Although that man is not exactly a good person, I fear that he is the only one that can save the drifting flower edifices right now. For the first time, Long Kuei was actually speaking in Zhuofan's favor. Everyone looked at her suspiciously. What are you looking at? I was just stating the truth. He is indeed skillful, to some extent. This Zhuofan truly is a strange person. Even if you dislike him, you have to respect and admire his strength. Xie Tianyang's snicker made them look at the arena. That kid can't take it any longer. He is about to do it. Sure enough, Zhuofan could no longer dispel the killing intent in his eyes, the point where he was about to make a move. Then, his boundless killing intent just vanished. What? Why did he calm down? That is not his personality. Zhuofan's eyes flashed and flicked his hand. The lid on the cauldron was lifted and another flick sent the firestorm inside. He is about to use the furnace to refine the pill. Kid, that pot of herbs is already destroyed. Doesn't matter if you use the furnace or not. You can't make a third-grade pill. Just surrender. You think my alchemy skills are something you can fathom? Raising an eyebrow, Zhuofan pointed at his cloak before yelling. Look clearly. You are merely the vicious Pill King, but I am the heaven-toppling pill. The difference in skill between you and me is like heaven and earth. Watch and learn. Grandmaster Song is about to use his ultimate skill. He's gonna use it. The kid is using his ultimate. The audience was speechless. Did I see that correctly? Grandmaster Song, he's spitting into the furnace. What is he doing? Whether he's taking his anger out on the pill or trying to assert dominance over us, this is too strange. What is this? Unless he wants to make fun of everyone here and then kill them all. Grandmaster Song, what are you doing? Shut up. Refining the pill, of course. It's okay. I can do it. Old man, I will show you what a difference in alchemy technique is. Zhuofan formed a gesture and pointed at the cauldron, Sacred Dragon Call. In a blink, the almost extinguished fire in the cauldron flashed with a golden splendor. A sky-trembling dragon roar battered the ears of the people. Yin turns to yang. Snake into dragon. Ascend and scale the gates of heaven. Zhuofan's hand-shifted gestures as he chanted. I've practiced alchemy for decades. But it is my first time seeing someone refine in such a heaven-shocking and ghost-frightening way. As he watched in a daze the slowly rising liquid in the dragon, vicious Pill King's heart was restless. He began to rush the refining of his own pill, pouring more power into his flame. Old man, it's too late. The championship of the second round is still mine. Sacred Dragon prevailed and returned successfully. Dragon power flows into the fire and gives birth to the pill. A sudden ripple spread from the light pillar and burst into golden lights that littered the sky. Third-grade pill. Young dragon pill, refinement complete. Wasn't Grandmaster Song's pill destroyed? How did he manage to refine a 3-road grade pill? Grandmaster Song, Are you sure this is a third-grade pill? You are the judge, so of course, you decide. If you can't tell with your eyes, I don't mind if you take it. He is clearly screwing with me. Just from the ingredients only, even if it were a 7th-grade pill, there'd be no way I'd eat it. Hurry up. Hurry with the judgment. Though, many were eyeing her with expectant gazes. She had no choice. This pill. Not only does it not have the residual heat from the furnace, it doesn't even have a fragrance. It looks like a mud ball. You can't tell its grade. This can't be. He used such a big formation. It is not possible that this isn't even a 1st-grade pill. Unless, there is something special about this pill. Apologies, Grandmaster Song. This dragon young pill that you made, forgive my blindness, I cannot tell its grade. The audience was speechless. But if it's a pill, it should have a grade. How is there a pill with no grade? Or can you not tell its grade because it was made from a bunch of leftover herbs? Zhuofan smiled. Why don't you take it? And see what grade it is. The crowd cheered. Eat it. Eat it. What do I do? It would be okay if this were a pill. Otherwise, wouldn't it be the same as drinking his spit? You don't need to ingest it to give it a grade. You can split the pill into 2 and tell its grade. The problem is... What problem? Xiao Ya was grasping straws at this point. We will do it according to Grandmaster Liu's suggestions. Golden mist drifted from within, still containing the roars of dragons. The pill fragrance instantly swept the whole arena. The strength of this pill is too strong. It wasn't even ingested, but it made the yuan qi in me surge. What would happen if you ingested it? This pill is definitely not a 3rd-grade pill, but is. This is a 5th-grade pill. He used 2nd-grade herbs and made a 5th-grade pill. Grandmaster Song, just who are you? Wait a moment. This pill just downgraded. Now, it is a 4th-grade pill. That's interesting. Never heard of a downgrading pill. Now a 3rd grade. 2nd grade. 1st grade. I'm not seeing things right. The pill disappeared. These are just the herb scraps. How can there be a pill that just disappears and leaves its outermost layer of scrap behind? This is too strange. This pill is not a living thing. How can it run away? Grandmaster Song, what is this? I told you to eat it, but now, even if you want to, it's long gone. She should have known this punk would mess with her. So she ignored him and looked at the rest of the alchemists. I was still a step too late. But if I wasn't? He then threw the pill to Xiao Ya. As expected of the vicious pill king. This is a sub-4th grade pill. Being able to refine 2nd-grade herbs into a sub-4th-grade pill, it is clear that Elder Yang's alchemy skills are marvelous. Though she sang praises, her words didn't get the expected reaction from the crowd. They only don't care. What's up with you guys? It is still undecided what grade the pill Grandmaster Song made is. What do you mean, undecided? Even if no one else is sure about it, but the top 10 standing here clearly know the strength of that pill. Girl, you are still young. Even if you can judge our pills, you aren't able to make a judgment on the value of the pill Grandmaster Song made. But then she saw the top 10 alchemists sporting solemn expressions. Even Vicious Pill King had to make a nod. What is this? Isn't he fighting against Grandmaster Song? Why is he speaking for him? I didn't see anything wrong, did I? The Vicious Pill King admitted defeat in front of this many people. Is this the Elder Yang that cares about his reputation? Being able to make this old man admit with his heart and his mouth, this is truly not simple. This fake Song Yu, just who are you? Mr. Xie, do you really know that fake Song Yu? In my eyes, you don't even know him. Who said I don't know him? I've been through hell with him. Then, what's his name? He is that. But Xie Tianyang caught himself before playing into Peony Overseer's game and snickered. I won't tell you. Just enjoy the show. Long Ju shook his head, but his eyes were filled with admiration for Zhuofan. I can't believe this kid has these ancient formations at his disposal. Even alchemy techniques have some ancient techniques. What kind of person is he to have so many treasures on him? A servant of the Luo family, is that even possible? What to do? The first place spot is, undoubtedly, between Grandmaster Song and the Vicious Pill King. If I judge Grandmaster Song as the victor, what will my reasoning be? I won't be able to explain it to everyone. If I judge the Vicious Pill King as the victor, then it'll be even harder to explain my reasoning to the top 10 alchemists. But the Vicious Pill King refined a sub-4th grade pill, and it is still firm in my hands. On the other hand, Grandmaster Song's pill disintegrated into a golden mist after being split and then disappeared into the air. How do I judge this? Grandmaster Liu, is it possible for you to explain to everyone here why Grandmaster Song's pill is so particular? Liu Yizhen bowed to Zhuofan first. Grandmaster Liu, he is greeting him as you would usually do to respected alchemists. Liu Yizhen, one of the top 10 alchemists in the Qianyu Empire, even when he saw the vicious Pill King, he wouldn't greet him like this. It is obvious that, in his mind, this man's refining skill is way above theirs. Compared to theirs, it is on a different level. Zhuofan nodded. And this nod is very clever too. In the alchemy world, all secret pill refinement skills are passed down from generation to generation and are not easily leaked to others. Even if someone knows the general concept, they cannot say it without permission, else it is disrespectful. If it is a minor leak, the relationship breaks, but if it is a major leak, it is a fight to the death. So the greeting is a sign of respect and the nod gives him permission to explain. Can I be untied? Girl, let me tell you what Grandmaster Song just did and how significant it is. You have to know, that skill Grandmaster Song just used is an ancient pill refinement skill that has long been forgotten. The Sacred Dragon Call. What? An ancient skill? There's someone who can use an ancient skill, and he's such a young alchemist too. No wonder the arrogant vicious Pill King admitted defeat so willingly. In front of an ancient skill, especially one regarding pill refinement, which alchemist can compete with that? But Grandmaster Liu, why did Grandmaster Song's pill disappear? That is where the fascinating part lies. What disappeared? Clearly, it was ingested by all of us. What? Pills, even a high-quality pill, can only make use of 50% of the herb's effects. But the ancient skill the Sacred Dragon Call is rumored to be able to make use of all of it through refinement. Once ingested, it will seep into the body immediately. That golden mist that seeped out was the entirety of its true essence. If one ingests it, it is comparable to a 5th-grade pill. But since it was dispersed and the people absorbed it, it became no different from a 1st-grade pill. So when I suggested you split the pill open, I regretted it a bit. I see. No wonder. When I breathed in the pill's aroma, I felt so much better. Then, Grandmaster Liu, why did the grade of the pill slowly drop? Liu Yizhen's face froze and shook his head awkwardly. That I am not clear about. Nonetheless, the Sacred Dragon Call is an ancient skill. I have only read so much in the records. But that's the general concept. I'm afraid that, of those here, only Grandmaster Song knows. You wanna know? Zhuofan raised his eyebrows and grinned evilly. Kneel and beg me. Grandmaster Song sure loves to joke. Kneel. Beg. Beg. The crowd roared with mighty force, shaking the entire Drifting Flowers arena. With the hall shouting beg, Xiao Ya was on the verge of tears. Didn't know this kid had such skills. To persuade everyone into his mindset in such a short time. This is no different than the way of an emperor. This man cannot be left alive. Grandmaster Song sure is playful. What to do? Will he not give up until I kneel and beg today? Helpless, Xiao Ya's tears flowed, and her slender legs began to buckle. But an angry roar came from the terrace. Songyu, enough. Zhuofan was startled and looked at the angry Chu Qingcheng. I was just joking. Do I look that mean? Xiao Ya didn't dare say it, however, she gave a look of thanks towards Chu Qingcheng. Zhuofan started explaining. Truthfully, the reason I was able to use that skill is thanks to that drop from Elder Yang, the vicious Pill King, of green python scale mixture that was accidentally spilt into mine. What does Grandmaster Song mean? Are you still blaming me for that incident? How so? I am thanking you. The ancient skill, the Sacred Dragon Call, has the word dragon in it. Therefore, it requires a dragon-related ingredient. However, in the original Soothing Young pill, none are present. A python is a small dragon. So when you spilt some green python scale mixture into my herb concoction, I was then inspired to use this skill. But, a python is a yin material, and the Soothing Young pill is comprised fully of yang material. And later on, the pill Grandmaster Song made was all yang. I did not feel any yin chi in it. Are ancient skills supposed to be understood by the likes of you? Yin and yang are polar opposites, but they also coexist. To be able to transform the green python scale concoction, a yin material, into a yang material, it was all thanks to my spit. Saliva is water, ordinarily a yin substance, but it is also called a golden jade solution. After water has entered the stomach, it is digested and transformed into food essence and then transmitted upward to the spleen, which disperses the essence upward to the lungs. The lungs regulate water pathways downward to the bladder. And by doing so, body fluid is finally disseminated to all parts of the body along all the meridians and collaterals. Therefore, it is yang, and it does not leak out. So I used the spit, turned yin into yang, and transformed snake into dragon. Not only did it make use of all the herbs' effects, it also added extreme yang dragon qi. That is the reason why it could refine second-grade materials into a fifth-grade pill. But by splitting the pill took effect. And the dragon qi seeped out. Naturally, it downgraded from 5th grade. I see. Grandmaster Song Op. Grandmaster Song is indeed unparalleled in refining. I wholly admit defeat this round. But Grandmaster Song is at a disadvantage. Next round, I will win for sure. He actually made the vicious Pill King admit defeat. His future is boundless. But he is indeed at a disadvantage. If this continues, even if he is unrivaled in refining, it'll be hard to compete against the vicious Pill King. Vicious Pill King's last words pointed at Shuafan's weaker cultivation. I have to think of a way. I can't let such a great young man be ruined like this. For this round, those who advance total 39. 11 admit defeat. First place is still Grandmaster Song Yu. And second place is the vicious Pill King, Elder Yang. Nice. We won another round. Peony Overseer cried in joy. The other two women were also sporting smiles. Dong Tianba saw them so excited and hesitated to speak. Owner Chu, forgive my rudeness. I can confirm that this man is not my brother Song Yu. So what if he is not Song Yu? I don't care who he is. He is my husband. Chu Ching Cheng and the overseers nodded. Dong Tianba, you must have been in shock from the killing intent and missed out on our conversation. Mr. Xie has clearly stated already. This friend of his is not Song Yu. Then, where is my brother Song Yu? Butchered. Xie Tianyang laughed, patting Dong Tianba's shoulder. Otherwise, how could he steal his identity and use it in broad daylight and, most of all, come here? Sister-in-law does have a way with her husband. From now on, he is in your care. Don't let him out again and let him harm other people, especially me. Chu Ching Cheng blushed and hid it with anger. Mr. Xie, what nonsense are you talking about? Nothing untruthful. That guy always returns all his grudges. If someone punched him, he replies with 10 slashes of the sword. He's spiteful. But with that sentence of yours, he ditched all those thoughts. It is clear what place you hold in his heart. And only you can persuade him to murder less and treat me better. Chu Ching Cheng muttered. Is he truly that frightening? Frowning, Xie Tianyang looked at Long Ju and the rest, then they all nodded. They all held fear in their eyes, no exception. If such a frightening person can change himself for me, then he must be true to me. My ideal husband. The hero that would do anything for me. It seems like I found him today. Chu Ching Cheng watched Shuafan with a warmer gaze, her feelings for him growing ever more. In the western stand, Huangpu Qingyun banged the table. How can we lose the second round again? And in this round, even Sir Yang convinced his failure. Do you still think? He has the chance to get the body root, and that guy's head? Lin Zitian's eyes shifted. This is a perfect chance to kiss some ass. The second young master does not need to worry. Elder Yang has the title of the best alchemist in Tianyu, the vicious Pill King. It was just a careless mistake. Losing 1 or 2 rounds does not affect the grand scheme. I believe that the old man has a plan to deal with the situation. Seems like Elder Lin holds Elder Yang in high regard. So if he loses again, I will hold you responsible. Sure. What? Don't even know how to sweet talk properly. Huangpu Qingyun valued Yang Song greatly before. Therefore, raising Yang Song in esteem worked then. But now that he failed a second time, Huangpu Qingyun's thoughts on Yang Song have changed. He is pissed at Elder Yang's inability to do anything. Praising him now would only set Huangpu Qingyun off in directing his anger onto you. The theme for the third round of this contest is refining ability. In the third round, each and every Grandmaster needs to refine a 5th grade pill. This will be a contest of speed. The faster one is, the more proficient one is in their skill. The first to complete will advance to the final round, the contest of the Pill King. And it starts. They started igniting their Yuan Qi flame just as she finished. Most had no choice but to make use of the cauldron. But only vicious Pill King and Dao Danyang refined with their hand. But when people looked at Shuafan, they saw him just standing there. Even his expression was grave. This is not good. The kid is stuck. What's wrong, Uncle Ju? Isn't that kid unbeatable? Why isn't he doing anything now? Sigh. Because this is the kid's weak point. Weak point. Yes. The reason why the kid was able to win against so many grandmasters in the first 2 rounds, and even make the vicious Pill King admit defeat, was because of his groundbreaking ancient skill. That kid's skill is indeed above all else and no one can compare to him. However, we ignored the fact that his flame is the most basic Yuan Qi flame of all. And most importantly, his biggest weakness is the fact that he is only at the 2nd layer of the bone tempering stage. If it were someone else with his level of cultivation, they would only be able to create a 3rd grade pill, but he was able to use 2nd grade materials and forcefully refine them into a 5th grade pill. Now, he has to make a 5th grade pill with 5th grade materials. His flame is not strong enough, nor is his cultivation high enough. This is his limit. I can tell that, before the materials are fully refined, he will lose due to his lack of Yuan Qi. Master, if husband loses, will he really lose his head? Save him please. That kid, Zhuofan, is not one that will give away his head easily. It is good enough that he is not taking someone else's head. Even if he loses, it just means he is back to his original plan. Kill people, get the medicine, what's the big deal? 1 Luo family is enough. I don't want to be bound to a Chu Ching Cheng and the drifting flower edifices. Is it time to use the secret azure flame? No. Not yet. They had to have a card up their sleeve to use at the right moment in the finals. Meanwhile, the azure flame was Zhuofan's hidden trump card. Taking it out so soon would get Vicious Pill King to target him. Best leave it for last. But now, there is only one thing that could prove useful. Although risky, that kid finally did something. Such a basic refining skill, such a basic flame. This is so bad. That kid's weakness is finally showing in the 3rd round. What's wrong with Grandmaster Song? He seems different from before. Of course. His refining ability has reached its peak and he can't refine any better pills. Elder Yang, what do you mean? What I mean is he can only refine low-grade pills and cannot refine high-grade ones. Pill refinement flames are usually split into gentle and fierce flames. When refining higher-grade pills, fierce flames are used most of the time. But that kid's cultivation is not strong enough to sustain this explosive, fierce flame for a long time, so he can't even make a 5th grade pill. That is your weakness. Isn't that so, kid? Ignoring him, Zhuofan was still as patient as he was calm, focused on his refining. But, didn't Grandmaster Song just make a 5th grade young dragon pill? That was forcefully refining 2nd grade materials into a 5th grade pill. It does not count as a true 5th grade pill. But that refinement technique, I have to admit, is indeed a rare sight. If he can refine a 5th grade pill, then he can probably refine the pill into a 7th grade one. Sadly, hihi. The people looked on with lament at his words. Grandmaster Song, you can do it. We are rooting for you. Grandmaster Song, you are the best. Grandmaster Song, we love you. Turning around, Zhuofan gave a small wave. And the crowd settled. Not even 7 houses elders had such a sway over the masses. Everyone, thanks for the support. I am just a disciple from a 3rd-class family. Being able to come to the Drifting Flower Arena and showing everyone what I've learned is all that I wanted to do, so I can die now without regrets. But the path of pill-making trains one's mental strength. If I believe I am first, then I will be first. Everyone, please watch me as I finish refining this final pill. With this, I will lose with honor. Grandmaster Song, don't give up. Grandmaster Song, you can do it. Song you, kid, persuading the crowd to be in your favor is of no use. Even if you persuaded those trash to save you, they do not have the power to do so. Also, I am already finished. Now, first place for round 3 is mine and so is your head. It's mine. Not good. Oh, that might not be the case. A sudden and violent sneeze echoed around and the fire in Vicious Pill King's hand exploded. This shocked the crowd silly, looking at each other in a daze. Why did it blow up all of a sudden? Trembling, Vicious Pill King's body froze. He turned his head, with a face so livid. Hihi, sorry about that, Elder Yang. I must have caught a cold recently. Damned, you damned brat. I will butcher you today, for sure. Vicious Pill King struck a palm towards Zhuofan. Elder Yang, this is the 100-pill meeting of the Drifting Flower Edifices. Chu Qingqing's figure stood next to Zhuofan and pulled on the ribbon to divert Vicious Pill King's attack. If you want to cause a scene, please leave immediately. Owner Chu, it's not me causing a scene. It is that kid that's breaking the rules. He disturbed me while I was refining. How so? Everyone here. So many saw it with their own eyes. I was just about to finish my 5th grade pill, and it was all because of your sneeze. All this for nothing. Didn't I say? I caught a cold recently. That was just an accident. Fucking bullshit. A bone-forging cultivator catching a cold? No. You, a 7th-tier alchemy grandmaster, spilled your concoction, and now I can't catch a cold. Vicious Pill King stammered for a while, tongue-tied. Damn kid. So you were waiting for this. All that show you put up is so you can block me here, using my excuse against me, so I can't refute it. Fine, kid. You got something. But that snot was fucking accurate. Right on the flame. That was the final step. So much so that the pill, under a sodden flame, was not able to condense but instead exploded. Fitting for an alchemy prodigy. Even a fucking sneeze can be so accurate. Vicious Pill King's killing intent grew as sarcasm dripped from his tone. I truly admire you. Truly, no, we are both grandmasters, so having this special bond between us is not impossible. See, you are the Vicious Pill King. I am the heaven-toppling pill. You spilled your concoction, and I caught. Stop fucking saying you caught a cold. So he turned around, going back to his spot to begin a new refinement. Husband, can you tell me who you truly are? A shiver went through Zhuofan as he looked at her. You know all about it. Not yet. Waiting on you, husband. Or, no, don't call me that. Owner Chu, there are some misunderstandings. He started to run as soon as he finished speaking. Let's talk about that later. Let me kick this old man out first. Chu Qingcheng was startled and was more disappointed than bewildered. Zhuofan ran as if a crone was out to get him. Why is this guy so different from all other men? Do I not attract him in any way? Morales and women are the biggest stumbling blocks for the strong. I am a man that will be at the peak of demonic cultivation again. I won't stumble for you. Tacking a side glance as his returned archenemy. Kid, why are you back? To refine a pill. He is indeed the best alchemist of Tianyu. To be pissed off like that, but then being able to calm down in just a few breaths' time, this mental fortitude is rare. To refine a pill? Although you destroyed my pill, with your speed, there is no way you will advance. Aren't you a bit too arrogant? Saying things like if anyone can pull you down from your spot, you will offer up your head with both hands. Even if I couldn't finish refining, others will. You think they're not alchemists as well? Then, I can rightly chop your head off, and then off I go to the final round. Old man, if I say I will always be on this spot, then no one will have the chance to even think about it. Zhuofan's hand suddenly ignited into a raging fire and gestured for tens of ingredients to fly inside. You can't. No one can. Watching the flame, it was no different from Vicious Pill King's or the other profound heaven experts' Yuan Qi flame. But after one breath, Zhuofan was sweating. You damn brat. With your cultivation, you can't keep that fierce flame going for that long. The way you are refining that pill right now is no different from seeking death. Big fish in a small pond. Allow me to enlighten you. Zhuofan shouted and slapped the burning hand. On the gap between you and me. With a bang, the flame burned twice as strong and consumed all of Zhuofan's Yuan Qi in an instant. His burning hand made a fist. The fire and the ingredients were all now squeezed inside. This whole process of putting the ingredients inside the flame and closing his fist took a few short breaths. What just happened? Vicious Pill King stared fixed at the fist and laughed. I thought you were onto something, but you ended up destroying all the materials, didn't you? With ragged breath and ashen-faced, Zhuofan collapsed from exhaustion. But his smile turned unprecedentedly wicked. Old man, don't judge me with your logic. The result may not be what you think it is. Zhuofan pumped his fist and then opened it. Everyone. The 5th grade pill has been completed. How is that possible? How is that alchemy? That is creating something out of nothing. On the terrace, Longju and the rest were dumbfounded. How was this alchemy? It was clearly pulling something out of thin air. On the eastern terrace, Huangpu Qingyun and his men were dumbstruck as well. This is a pill refinement skill? How is that possible? This brat. Swallowing hard, Zhuofan waved the pill before the flabbergasted Vicious Pill King, old coot. This ancient technique, universal palm, you heard of it? See, old man. This is the gap between you and me. The difference between the heaven-toppling pill and the Vicious Pill King is like that between heaven and earth. Vicious Pill King watched him dazed, and couldn't get any word out in rebuke. Zhuofan showed the pill to Xiao Ya. Sorry, my cultivation isn't high enough. I can only make a high 5th grade pill. It can't be considered perfect, but it won't affect my standing, right? Xiao Ya felt dizzy. Zhuo Fan had to call her out a few times before he got a reaction. Song. Grandmaster Song has refined a high 5th grade pill successfully. The first place winner of this round will advance to the final round, Battle of the Pill King. Zhuo Fan turned around and spread his arms. He looked at the audience, his cloak billowing, a manner exceedingly arrogant, and shouted, "As long as I stand on this spot, no one else will." The crowd's passion was ignited and pumped their fist as they called out his name. The Pill King finals had yet to start, but he had already become a Pill King in their eyes. This kid, everywhere he goes, he becomes a major character. If the world were in chaos, he would be an emperor. Even if it is a peaceful world, this kid's rise is only a matter of time. I knew long ago he was not your ordinary boy, but every time, I still can't help but be in awe Grandmaster Song of him. That kid's potential is truly immeasurable. Wasn't until now that I noticed that this man is the only one that is worth trusting and relying on. Xiao Ya was in the arena gesticulating all over the place and demanding silence. Quiet please. Stop shouting. Grinning, Zhuo Fan raised a hand to catch everyone's attention. The uproar from before was gone in an instant, like it never existed. Everyone, please give me face. The other alchemists are still refining. Please quiet down. Whose domain is this? Grandmaster Song's charisma is too great. Huangpu Qingyun's mood sank ever lower. The bigger that damn brat's reputation becomes, the more difficult it will be to make a move on him. An ending like this cannot happen. The only way to lower his reputation is to beat him in alchemy. And of everyone here, there is only one who can do it. Only the Vicious Pill King is capable of it. But Vicious Pill King's confidence had begun to falter at this point. Auntie Dao has finished refining her 5th grade pill, and will advance to the final round. Xiao Ya's crisp voice resounded. Yang Fu has finished refining his 5th grade pill. Elder Yang, didn't you say you were gonna get first this round? Seems like you can't even get third. Today, I will kick your old ass out. This kid, I fully admit, I've got to give it to you. This Vicious Pill King, no matter how you say it, is a major character. But can you believe that he's been crushed to this point? Even I feel a bit bad for him. Uncle Ju, stop giving us riddles already. This fake Song Yu, just who is he? Could he be the young master of some family, or even an inner disciple of some sect that has come out to the world? Family? His family cannot even be compared to a firefly. It is not worthy to be called a family. As for being from a sect, sigh, I have never heard it from him either. Essentially, there are a ton of unsolvable mysteries surrounding that kid. Not even Uncle Ju knows. Then, why do you guys trust him so much? Trust? I can trust anyone else but him. That kid's true identity is not something you have seen. 1 second he will have his arm around your shoulder and call you a brother. The next second he will betray you, flipping face faster than you can flip a page. If you were to fully trust him, what might happen is that you wouldn't even know how you died. You wouldn't even think that there was such ruthlessness in the world. I remember when he betrayed Ninga, that dismissive smile, those cold-hearted eyes. They will give you unexplainable shivers in your heart. You always say my husband is your friend, but now you are slandering him behind his back. Isn't that betrayal too? Me slandering? I only speak the truth. But I do admire him for one thing. That he wears no mask. If someone is like that, how can you still be friends with them? Haha, how is that stopping you from being friends? Isn't that contradicting? Iris Owner, to trust and to entrust are two different things. Though he is not a trustworthy friend, he is still a brother worth putting trust in. Only because he has the power to. Riddle me this. If, today, that untrustworthy friend had not appeared, how would you deal with that old man? If it weren't for him, I probably would have lost the love of my life. That favor is not something I can return in this life. So during the last meeting, as soon as he talked, I shut my mouth. And while bearing the risk of bringing destruction to the Sword Marquis Adobe, spoke in favor of the Drifting Flower Edifices. Can't believe that the Drifting Flower Edifices, one of the 7 families, cannot compare to a sentence that kid has said. If grandmother were still alive, with her temper, she'd die again just from how pissed she'd be. Achoo, rubbing his nose, Zhuo Fan cursed inside. This old man is probably cursing me in his heart, probably talking behind my back. Just you wait. Wait till I kick you out of the competition. Then I'll take your life. But this time, the old guy was innocent. What to do? I am now behind by a few pills time, and there are disturbances. Catching up is impossible. Will I die here? Vicious Pill King facepalmed out of the blue. He took out 8 silver needles in haste and stuck them in his head. Silver needle acupuncture? Zhuo Fan raised an eyebrow and smiled. The old guy wanted to seal his hearing and avoid any disturbance. Even if I do not disturb you, you won't make it in time. Vicious Pill King flashed a flame on his hand and threw ingredients in. Grandmaster Li. 5th grade pill refinement complete. 9th place. HMPH. That old man won't make it. Zhuo Fan laughed coldly while the other alchemists were getting excited. This was their chance, perhaps the only one in their lives, to beat Vicious Pill King. Suddenly, a blood arrow was spat into the flame and the fire towered 10 meters high, many times stronger than before. Pill refinement with blood essence. In a blink, the blood turned into the shape of a pill and the concoction resulted from refined ingredients rushed inside. 5th grade pill refinement complete. Can't believe how far this old man is willing to go just to advance. Even used his blood essence to refine a pill. He is fighting with his life. Elder Yang has finished his low 5th grade pill, and will advance to the final round. He was pulling the last silver needle when he heard her. Vicious Pill King sighed and swayed. Using silver needles to seal your meridians and using your blood as a catalyst. Your Yuan Qi is now damaged. Even if you made it into the final contest of the Pill King, you won't be able to refine anything, old freak. You're half a step in your grave. The 10 that will advance have been determined. The rest will be eliminated. Aren't there 20 spots? Why is it only 10 people? I never said 20 people would make the finals. I only said that there would be 20 top-quality cauldrons. Humph, you were clearly trying to deceive people. But there is nothing wrong with that. After all, what are morals and rules? They are just backdoors for the strong. Hold on. Judge, Elder Yang and I were only milliseconds apart, but I refined a high-quality 5th grade pill. He made a low-quality one. Logically, I should be the 10th person to advance. Shut it. Did you not hear the rules? This is a contest of speed, not quality. You don't even understand the criteria, and you went on your way to refine your pill. Sucks to suck, man. And you still have the audacity to be here, barking like a dog. Don't even mention if someone finished before the other. Even if you both finished at the same time, that old man was the first to announce his completion. This counts as the old man's victory. All the alchemists were startled. Grandmaster Song hated that old man so much he was about to kick him out. But now, he is speaking in favor of the Vicious Pill King. I know what you're thinking. I wanted to kick that old man out of here. But that old man used his blood essence twice to refine that pill and lost a chunk of his life and advanced in the end. That means my scheme failed. I got nothing to say about that. But, in the next round, I will still be the victor. But between now and then, I will not allow this old man to be disqualified because of some stupid reasons. If that were to happen, it would be a shame on my part as an alchemist. Then, thunderous applause dominated the air, with worshipping eyes directed at Zhuo Fan. Grandmaster Song sure is mighty. Song Yu. Even Vicious Pill King started to feel a thread of respect for Zhuo Fan. He inched his withered hands and slowly clapped. Although Zhuo Fan is downright despicable and there is no evil he won't do, you can't say he is nasty. You can only call him evil, but this evil of his is a heroic evil, like that of an anti-hero. That man is truly an ambitious one. I do not compare to him. Does the second young master see some use in that kid and want him for himself? No. As the idiom goes, a mountain cannot hold 2 tigers. If he is ambitious, how will he bow down to others? Therefore, it is best to get rid of him early. No matter what happens, even if I don't get the body root today, that kid will be removed. I have a feeling that, if that thorn is not removed today, he will become a formidable foe to the regent estate in the future. The hearts of his men shuddered. Why is it that the second young master evaluates this third-rate clan kid so highly? Grandmaster Song is correct. I should not be in the top 10. Those foolish words I just said, please forgive me for them. I have felt the charisma of Grandmaster Song today, and I am ashamed. Grandmaster Song has made others submit with his acts of righteousness. Xiao Ye admires thee. Make others submit with acts of righteousness. I would rather make them submit with my fist. To all those who advance to the final round, contest of the Pill King, congratulations. You will have the chance to get the final reward from the drifting flower edifices. The 9th grade spiritual material, the body root. Now, may everyone go to their stand. Hey, old man, it's time to give your spot away. Humph, why the rush? It wasn't you that pushed me down. Kid, I've refined countless pills in my life and have never met a rival, but today, I've gone around the continent for decades and have never admired anyone. But today, laughing, Vicious Pill King slowly walked to his new spot, yet his voice was still clear. Our battle will be legendary. Let's see who the best alchemist in Tianyu is. Dao Danyang was startled, getting the feeling he was looking at the Vicious Pill King of old. Kid, that old man made you his rival. This is his approval of you. PSH, I need his approval. Old man, you lost a good chunk of your life in the previous round. If you continue, your life will be done for. My life, my choice. No matter what, I will defeat you at least once today. This old man. Raising an eyebrow, Shuofan started re-evaluating the old coot. Has the spirit of a real alchemist. Amaze me, master, how are you? How are your injuries? Vicious Pill King slapped his face out of the blue. Humph, your teacher did not finish his pill, yet you dare finish yours? You do know that. I was inches away from elimination, right? Sorry, master. I am in the wrong. I never considered that the kid would, but the latter's words got stuck in his throat. That the kid would what? That the kid would make a fool of me? I don't dare. Yang Fu lowered his head. Don't dare what? I was indeed toyed around by that kid. Whether it was in refinement or schemes, I lost miserably. What's wrong with that? Even that kid admitted he failed when he didn't kick me out in the last round. I lost miserably from the start till now. What is there to not admit? Master, you seem different. I have not changed. I've just gone back to who I was. An alchemist should focus on alchemy. Success and failure, it's all normal. Nothing to cover up. My disciple, do you know why Master hit you back then? Yes, it was because I completed my pill before Master did. It was a detestable. What small issue is that? I just blamed you for taking another spot, because I almost lost the chance to have a legendary battle. A chance like this probably won't happen twice in life. Laughing again, Vicious Pill King ignored his disciple and went to the 10th spot. Master seems different from before. Could it be because that kid spoke in favor of Master? In the final round, there will be no restrictions. Everything will be decided by you. Quality will be considered more highly than efficiency. The highest grade pill will receive this 100 pill ceremony's reward. The kid is, after all, in the bone tempering realm. He was having trouble refining that 5th grade pill. How will he defeat the 7th grade alchemist, the Vicious Pill King? I lost 3 rounds to this kid. I can finally say that he is not someone you can predict with common sense. Even though he's in the bone tempering realm, he still refined a 7th grade pill. It is unfathomable like the vast night sky. But, hey, if it's this kid, who knows? So, for fairness reasons, the drifting flower edifices will provide a sufficient amount of high-tier materials for the alchemists who do not have them. Swallowing dryly, everyone, especially the alchemists, were now greedily looking over the items. An array of precious materials, from grades 1 to 7. There are even 8th grade materials. Now, may the 10 alchemist grandmasters come and gather the required materials. However, this has to be said. Do not be greedy. Everything you take has to be refined, or else. Xiaoya's smile penetrated their deepest thoughts. Coughing lightly, the people chuckled in embarrassment, then began choosing. Seems like everyone took what they needed. Xiao Wei looked around and found one spot empty still. Looking at the cabinets, Shuofan was there looting his booty. He didn't take his time going from one ingredient to another but stuffed a whole cabinet in his ring and moved to the next. From the 1st grade to the 8th, he didn't miss one. The crowd was in total shock. Grandmaster Song, what are you? What? Didn't you say all these materials are for us? Grandmaster Song, I think you didn't hear me clearly, since it seems you misunderstood. Everything you take has to be refined on the spot. Or else, there will be dire consequences. PSH, dire? So what? Wait till I get the body root and run away. Who will be able to stop me then? I will break all relations anyway. So it'd be a shame not to take the materials. How do you know I won't refine them all? Just you wait. I will refine them all. Oh yeah, my storage ring is full. Can you give me another one? No. The drifting flower edifices do not provide storage rings. Xiao Wei roared. Zhuo Fan snorted helplessly, so much for being one of the 7 families. So stingy. This personality of my brother. There won't even be an inch of grass left wherever he goes. Humph, what a greedy man. Even if he sees a needle on the ground, his eyes will light up. Indeed, this man is deserving of 1,000 slashes. As a husband of the drifting flower edifices, he doesn't hold back from taking things from his mother's side. Damned brat, you gotta give it back in the future. Xiao Wei took a few deep breaths to push her anger down. The final contest of the Pill King will now commence. Ha! Flame shook everything as it reached the heavens. These old people are finally bringing out the real stuff. This is... Excuse me. After all, this is the final round. I had to bring out what's at the bottom of the chest. If I wrong anyone in any way, please forgive me. The flame in Grandmaster Liu's hands should be from the 4th level spiritual beast, the sky-blazing python's heartfire. In using this flame right now, Grandmaster Liu shows he has confidence to be the Pill King. Gal, you sure are knowledgeable, as expected of the judge of this 100-pill meeting. But when talking about alchemy, besides the flame, you also have to have an intricate refining skill. The title of the Pill King is not something to be sought after carelessly. In bringing out this flame I mean to just increase my chances by a bit. Hypocrite. Just some flame from some random python. What's so good about it? A small bluish flame flickered into existence. Its appearance cut the size of all Yuan Qi flames in half. What was even more astounding was the fact that even Liu Yizhen's beast core flame shuddered as it turned lifeless. Crying out in shock, Liu Yizhen turned to find Yang Fu holding a raging dark blue fire. This is... That can't be. Is that from the 5th level spiritual beast, the beast flame from the fire swallow? That's right. Old man Liu, you weren't worthy to be my opponent last time in the capital. In a place where I am present, you still arrogantly wish to be the Pill King? You think you are the only one that has a special flame in this world? Mr. Yang. This fire swallow is a 5th level spiritual beast. Even radiant stage experts might not be an enemy. So, how did you acquire this beast flame? This flame was awarded to the most talented disciple in the Pill King Hall. And about how it was acquired. It's just that. Whatever the Pill King Hall has set its eyes upon, not once was it not acquired. This brat. This 5th level spiritual beast fire swallow flame of mine has water and fire and water, fire and water, yin and yang. It is the most suitable flame for alchemy. Mel and only the Pill King Hall understands the value of this flame and sort it out. And only the Pill King Hall can produce a Pill King. This is. The common Yuan Qi flames shrunk again, and Liu Yizhen with Yang Fu's spiritual beast flames were also cut down to size. Humph. The fire swallow's beast flame is the most suitable for alchemy. Then, have you asked the 6th level spiritual beast the Moonfire Falcon's flame for permission? What? A 6th level spiritual beast? Auntie Dao, your 6th level spiritual beast's flame, how did you get it? Heh, girl. You know yet you still ask. You think I have the skill to dissect this flame from the belly of a 6th level spiritual beast? This has been passed down in the drifting flower edifices, from generation to generation, and only to the best alchemist in that generation. The 6th level spiritual beast. The Moonfire Falcon. Oftenly flies thousands of feet above ground, coming out at night to absorb yin essence from the moon and eat high-grade herbs. So the flame itself contains the moon's essence. Refining pills with it can bring up the quality even further. How can it be compared to the fire swallow's flame? The Pill King can only be produced by the Pill King Hall. Kid, don't overestimate yourself too much, lest your crowing becomes too great and twists your tongue. Old hag, don't be happy this soon. I'm still a junior. I am not your opponent in alchemy. Don't forget. The best alchemist in the Pill King Hall is not me, but my master, the vicious Pill King. Master, it's time to enlighten these people. Show them your true powers. Yang Fu's call echoed in everyone's ears, but vicious Pill King seemed oblivious. His eyes fixed on one place only. Master. Following his sight, what lay at the end was the first spot where Zhuo Fan stood with his arms crossed and eyes closed. Kid, this is the final round. Do you have anything up your sleeves? What do my preparations have to do with you? Of course it has something to do with me. I want a legendary battle, so naturally, it has to be fair. If you still have tricks up your sleeve, then I will use the flame I have treasured for years and face you with everything I've got. But if you are out of tricks, then I won't take advantage of you. I won't go easy on you, but I will use the most basic Yuan flame to face you. Such bold words. Interesting. I still have some tricks up my sleeves. Relax and go all out. The title of the Pill King belongs to me anyway. Haha. Good, kid. If you can say that, then I can relax. You are the first in decades to make me want to go all out in a battle of alchemy. Then, you first. Why me first? Why don't we all go at the same time? Young man, I am not boasting. Even if your refinement skills are impressive, if I use this flame of mine, you won't even be able to refine a pill. So for you to show your true strength and to determine a victor, I can wait till you finish your pill and then I will start. It is not a contest of speed, after all. It is one of quality. Zhuo Fan's mouth perked at one corner and almost laughed. This old man is pretty confident in his flame. I just don't know if it is stronger than my azure flame or not. Mortal flames, there are many that satisfy my criteria. Since Elder Yang is so confident, why don't you show us your treasured flame and enlighten us? So I can decide whether to concede right now or not. Yeah, master. Show them what you've got. Since you want to see it so much, then let me show you. Its appearance snuffed out all the Yuan Qi flames around. Liu Yizhen, Yang Fu, and Dao Danyang's beast flames acted as if something dreadful appeared and shrank to half their size, as if prostrating before their king. With a cackling laughter, a white fire burned in Vicious Pill King's thin hand. Then, a wicked face appeared within the flame. Shock was an understatement, as even Zhuo Fan's eyelids trembled. Damn, this old man has such good stuff. Dao Danyang was scared out of her mind. This is what my master, the Vicious Pill King, got 10 years ago. The Heaven and Earth Spirit Flame, the Bone Soul True Fire. What? It is a Heaven and Earth Spirit Flame? A Heaven and Earth Spirit Flame is a fire spirit born from absorbing the essence of the heavens and earth over millions of years. The flame was alive and could be titled the veritable king among flames. The Vicious Pill King is already the best alchemist in Tianyu. With the help of such a sacred flame. This time around, even if it's that kid, there is nothing left to do. Can't believe that old man had such a treasure hidden. It would be hard to lose even if he wanted to. The Vicious Pill King is indeed the Vicious Pill King. So unpredictable. Elder Lin, here. As soon as that kid surrenders, you will immediately take his head, and I will reward you plenty. Why me? Isn't it Elder Yang's job? If he were to do it, Qing Cheng would interfere, and I don't want to fight with her. The movements of the Merry Woods are the quickest, so you can take his head in the blink of an eye. Then, even though Qing Cheng would be mad, she wouldn't fight over a dead man. Realizing what he meant, smart. The second young master is smart. Do you understand why I allowed you to refine your pill first now? Even if you had a beast flame in front of my Bone Soul True Fire, it would be so suppressed, you wouldn't be able to use your full strength. Isn't that what you want? To take the body route in broad daylight? Taking a deep breath, Vicious Pill King seemed to recall something and laughed. Indeed, I want the body route. But now, I want to have an honest and fair battle with you even more. To see who the best alchemist in Tianyu is. If I won due to my flame suppression, then I would regret it my entire life. Although that old guy is despicable and cunning, he is still a great alchemist with spirit. Isn't it a shame that he's in the Pill King Hall? Master. Yang Fu's heart seized. He understood his master's intention and wanted to advise against it. Shut up. That old freak, what is he up to again? Huangpu Qingyun sensed the situation spiraling into an undesirable direction and clenched his fists. No need. Old man, I have received your intentions, but there is no need. You refine your pill first. It can't be that he has a flame stronger than the Bone Soul True Fire. So he fears that his flame will affect my Bone Soul True Fire, right? Vicious Pill King's heart trembled. Impossible. Young man, don't boast. With your age and identity, at best, you have a 4th level beast flame. How can you be like me and have a Heaven and Earth Spirit flame? Kid, I was frank with you. Yet you still use your silly tricks on me, acting all high and mighty in order to mess with my mind. You used that trick on me the past 2 rounds. I won't fall for it again. Vicious Pill King, you look down on me too much. My plan is not that simple.